You are now rocking with the hottest boxing podcast in the land. True Media Boxing Radio with your host, Coach Malachi Williams.
True.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up, family? This is our boy, Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. True Media Podcast. We back up in this BI, man, another day. Happy Thursday. Today is Thursday. Happy Thursday. So shout out to everybody in the chat, man. It is what it is, man. We, just another day, man. Happy Thursday. You know what I mean? So, hope everybody accomplishing their goals for the week. It's very, very hard, very difficult at times, but you know what they say. I have something written on my wall, and the definition of discipline is the ability to give yourself a command and follow it. So if you're able to give yourself a command and you're able to follow that command, that is the definition of discipline. So if you give yourself a command to do something, or you make some kind of commitment or whatever to yourself, and you don't keep that commitment or whatever, or you don't stick to your command, then that means you lack discipline. Salute, fam. Shout out to John. John say, Coach, you killed me when you popped up in the conference. Oh yeah. I saw the Conor Ben Chris Eubank press conference, and I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like, they say they got 130,000 people waiting list, waiting to get inside of a venue that has that holds 60-something thousand. You get what I'm saying?
Your couch, nigga. Fuck your couch.
You get what I'm saying? I'm like, man, the goddamn UK, bro. The goddamn UK is something else. The damn UK is something else. Shout out to Boston with Butch. He said, thanks, Coach. I'm still in that for my youth work. Oh, your youth work? Okay, cool. Hell, I'm not the originator of it. You know what I mean? I just, that is the definition of discipline. Discipline is the ability to give yourself a command and stick to it. You know what I mean? If you can stick to the command, if you say, yeah, man, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And we struggle at times, man. When you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised at how the lack of discipline that most human beings have. The ones who are very, very successful in life. I'm not talking about the ones who rob, steal, and cheat to get up there. I ain't talking about that. Of course, you got to have some kind of level of discipline to be able to consistently rob and steal and cheat. But I'm talking about those who do it, quote unquote, the right way. Things happen over a period of time. It's as simple as that. Anyway, so it is what it is. So I say all that to say this. I was looking at a video by Ring IQ. Shout out to Jules. I was looking at a video by Ring IQ. And it kind of like...
The stickiest of the icky. You want to smoke with the old boy Rick James?
It kind of like made me look at this situation sideways. I do know that David Benavidez is the WBC mandatory to fight the champion in light heavyweight. I think this guy is the 11th fighter in the 4-belt era to become undisputed. Beterbiev was the 10th fighter in the 4-belt era to become undisputed. And then Bivol, he beat Bivol for his WBO strap. He added that collection to, along with the Ring magazine, he added that collection to the 3 belts that he had. And now Bivol beat him in the rematch, Beterbiev, and now he is currently the light heavyweight champion of the world, undisputed. So, David Benavidez is a light heavyweight. And according to the WBC, he is currently the mandatory to fight Dimitri Bivol. Now, I'm going to show y'all where I'm going at with this. You say that's good news. You say that's something to be happy about, celebrate it. We got an opportunity to get an American. I don't know if he identified with American or Mexican. I don't know, because a lot some Hispanics that's born over here, they nationality is American, but they don't claim America. They claim the country that they don't even live in. So, which I don't, but that's neither here nor there. So, I guess we have an opportunity to have an American or a Mexican American or whatever you want to say, whatever you want to identify with, I don't know, to become undisputed. All he have to do is beat the guy who he said he used to beat up in sparring. Because according to David Benavidez, he used to beat up Dimitri Bivol in sparring. He was beating up Dimitri Bivol. He beat, Triple G. He beat all these guys in sparring, right? Okay, cool. True. Okay, cool. So this what they said. Now, right? This what they said. I also hear that there are other mandatories and other sanctioning bodies. I'm gonna tell you where I am at from what I don't like what I'm hearing. Shout out to Lonnie from Chicago. Shout out to L. Harvey in the building. Jamie from New York. Shout out to Ron Ultra. Flex, salute, brother. G5 from the Bronx. John. Etc. You get what I'm saying? Hold on. Look like we got a super chat. Look like we have a super chat. Shout out to John BX. Hey, okay. Dropping our quarter of a dub. He said the WBC is third in line for Bivol Mando. The IBF is up first. The WBO is second. And the WBC is third based in rotation. All right. Okay. That doesn't mean anything, though.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Shout out to Ricky E245. That doesn't mean anything. We've seen sanctioning bodies do what they want to do when they want to do it. We've seen fighters who had a mandatory to fight certain fighters at super middleweight and even different other weight divisions, and then they didn't have to fight them. You the mandatory. We've seen people be the mandatory for years and don't get a shot at the title. So this the rotation, that's how it go. No, it doesn't go that way, because these sanctioning bodies are consistent at one thing. They are consistent at being inconsistent. And, with Turki Alashihk in the game, all that shit don't mean nothing.
To this day.
To be fair. Don't mean a goddamn thing. You get what I'm saying? So, and history have shown us that, recent history, with fighters current on deck, I think people just pick and choose to when they want to acknowledge it and not acknowledge it. I guess it depending on what the situation is. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, it's something that I saw and in this video by Ring IQ, and I was trying to find the actual primary source where the brother said it at, but I did find it. It was I'll read my opening monologue and then we'll get to it. Will David Benavidez fight Bivol next or hide behind Al Haymon? I intentionally worded it that way based on what I heard David Benavidez say out of his own mouth. And this language that David Benavidez said sounds very familiar. We've been hearing this from years. I've been hearing it from Errol Spence, been hearing it from fighters like Gervonta Tank Davis, been hearing it from fighters like Jamal and Jamel Charlo, been hearing it from fighters like Adrian Broner. You know, even though AB fought all the, AB fought, he did fight the top guys. I ain't gonna lie, AB, he got his ass whooped, but he fought the top guys. He fought doggone Mikey Garcia. I don't know how he lost to Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia beat his ass for 12 rounds. He fought, lost to Mikey Garcia, lost to Marcos McDonald. That was a cherry pick that went wrong. Lost to Sean Porter. That was a buzzsaw. Marcos McDonald was a buzzsaw too. Lost to Manny Pacquiao. But Adrian Broner got the big fights. He did get the big fights. Now, if he fought this money up, that's on him. If he fought this money up. You know what I mean? That's on him. In a recent interview on Ariel and Ade, what's her name? Addy, Ariel and Addy show. Addy revealed that David Benavidez left Riyadh season before the Beterbiev and Bivol main event. Let's stop right there. How many people in this chat knew that David Benavidez flew to Saudi Arabia on a Friday? I think that's about a 13-hour flight, something like that? I'm not sure. Flew to Saudi Arabia on a Friday just to leave on a Saturday, the day of the fight, before the main event. How many people knew that? I damn sure didn't know it. I damn sure didn't know it. John, would you say 15 hours? Okay, 15 hours. I knew it was somewhere up in there. Now, I didn't want to believe that. I'm going to tell you why I didn't want to believe that. What would make a guy get on a plane and fly 15 hours just to leave before the main event? The main event is you are the mandatory to fight the winner of the main event. So you got invited by Turki Alashihk to come out. He invited you for a reason. You know, he invited a bunch of people. But you in particular, you was invited for a reason. You are the WBC mandatory. And Turkey wants to do what? Make the biggest fights. So if the IBF mandatory is not a big fight, but it's necessary, and the WBA mandatory is not a big fight, or the WBO is not a big fight, but it's necessary, then if the WBC is the fight to be made, that's the big fight, then guess what? The other sanctioned body is going to lean back. We have seen this in recent history with Turki Alashihk. True. So I didn't want to believe it. I'm like, nah, man, nah, hell no. No, I don't believe that. I didn't want to believe it. I mean, I was in denial about that. But it's true. It's true. Addy says he tried to get David Benavidez. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Cuz, what's good?
Hey, cuz, I sent you a couple pictures of the new bench I just made. So I'm still gonna do your particular stuff, but I just was sending you a couple of pictures in case you want to look on and some more suggestions and shit.
All right.
It's about 10 of them up there. I just sent some random pictures.
What you said? What you texted to me?
Yep, I sent it to your text. Yep.
All right, I'll check it out. I'm doing a live show right now. I'll check it out.
Okay. All right, cuz. All right.
All right. Yeah. So I'm like, I didn't want to believe this shit. Say, I know David Benavidez didn't do that. That don't make no sense. So you went all the way over there to see Virgil Ortiz fight Madrimov? You went all the way over there, 15-hour flight to do what? Like what you went over there for? Well, I was invited to go. Okay, so I'm pretty sure you went there for a reason. Anyways. So Addy says he tried to get David Benavidez on the main stage to talk about fighting the winner of Beterbiev and Bivol next. to talk up the fight, to hype it up. You know what I mean? Addy said Benavidez should come on the main stage to push the main event since he's the Mando for the winner. Then Addy heard in his earpiece. So I don't know who was telling. Now Addy had an earpiece on. He said he heard in his ear. So somebody from David Benavidez's team. It wasn't. It was only 2 people that was with him. They said, but David Benavidez that was with him, his father, and it was Scamps and Lowitz. So whoever relayed the message to Addy said that Benavidez, he wanted them to come on the main stage. Then Addy said he heard in his ear that Benavidez had a plane to catch, and he couldn't stay for the main event. True. Bruh, you wasn't at that place for 24 hours. You wasn't there for a good 24 hours, fam. And you had to leave before the main event. The main event that you are the mandatory for. Does this make any sense to anybody?
To this day.
I'm just asking. Does it make any sense to anybody? Okay. This doesn't make sense to me. Why? Because Benavidez's purpose in going to Saudi Arabia was to talk to Turki Alashihk and watch the main event to see who the winner would be between Betebiev and Bivol. That was the whole purpose. Why would he travel on a plane for 15 hours on a Friday, the day before, just to leave hours before the main event? Why refuse to step on the main stage to promote a fight that you said you wanted? Then an interview popped up that I saw this on Ring IQ. Shout out to Ring IQ. Then an interview popped up of David Benavidez saying that everything has to go through Al Haymon and the PBC. He doesn't want to talk to Turki by himself. David said that he doesn't make decisions without his team. I say, here we go. True. I said, where have I heard this before? First, these niggas say that they own balls. First, they said that they own balls, they make their own decisions. First, they said, you know what I mean? I'm making millions and millions of dollars. I don't need this. I don't need that. And I'm like, this sounds so familiar. Where have I heard this from before? I've been hearing this same thing for years for one side of the street. I say, God be damned. It's true. What does that mean? Meaning Al Haymon, Scamson Lyrowitz, and Jose Benavidez Sr. Again, I met Jose Benavidez Sr. Well, I haven't met him. I've seen him before. He seemed like a nice guy. I have nothing bad to say about Jose Benavidez Sr. I don't. I'm not too fond of Scamson Lyrowitz, just being honest with you. And no one never seen Al Haymon. Don't nobody know what the nigga look like. True. The only picture we have of Al Haymon is from 1979 when he had an afro. We don't know what he looked like. We don't know if some people say, yeah, I talk to Al every day. I don't know how true that is. How you know you're talking to Al? You could be talking to AI. You could be talking to my homeboy Pork Chop Willie or Hog Head Cheese. You could be talking to Shawty Big Nuts. Y'all ain't never seen him. Bro, let me tell you something. In the world, in the technological society and world that we live in today, well, there are cameras everywhere. The technology is so advanced, they have cameras everywhere. Cameras in cars, cameras on ATM machines, bank tellers, all that stuff there. Cameras on over here in America. I don't know how it is in overseas, but cameras on the light poles and cameras at the red lights and all that stuff there. Like you know, we see people on the internet. Oh, who that is right there? That just got picked up by the camera, or somebody just took a selfie, or somebody just took a picture of a celebrity or somebody walking by. Nobody on the planet have produced any recent pictures of Al Haymon. Do you notice that, fam? Do you notice that? Bro, like, I've seen recent pictures of Warren Buffett, who got a whole bunch of billions of dollars, walking somewhere. I seen pictures of evil ass Bill Gates walking somewhere, him and Belinda and Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. Everywhere you go, you see Elon Musk. All these dudes who have way more money, way more power and influence than Al Haymon. You can see them, but you can't see this nigga. True. Nobody, listen, I've spoken to the CIA. The CIA told me, man, we ain't got no agents or no technology or nothing that can find this guy. So I find it very, very hard to believe that somebody from the PBC, when they say, yeah, man, I talk to Al every day, I don't believe you.
To this day.
Nigga don't talk to no goddamn Al. Now, you might talk to the people, his middlemen, but I doubt if you talk to Al, hell, the FBI can't find him. How a PBC fighter who got a GED like me or dropped out of school or whatever speak to Al, but the FBI and the CIA can't speak to him. They don't know where the nigga at. We ain't got no pictures nowhere. The IRS can't find him. Nowhere. Come on, fam. True. Shit, you got a better chance of finding Jimmy Hoffa. Yeah, I just saw Jimmy Hoffa 2 weeks ago. You did? Where you saw him at? Oh, man, he was over there in College Hill Housing Projects, man, shooting dice with the boys. Oh, Jimmy Hoffa's over there shooting dice with the boys? Yeah, he look a lot different now. You know what I mean? About 50 years don't went by. 50 years don't went by, dog. He 50 years older right now. Yeah, but he old right now. He's still getting around. Yeah, I just saw Jimmy Hoffa. You saw Jimmy Hoffa? Yeah, but I thought he was dead. No, man, he was playing possum the whole time.
To this day.
He was playing possum, dog.
Nigga, please.
Yeah, he's still around, dog. He's still around. But, but the nigga Al Haymon who is alive, or quote-unquote breathing and well, we can't see this nigga? Oh, boy, oh, Lord have mercy, boy. Anyways. So that kind of made me worry. When I heard that, I said, oh, this shit sound like some duck language. That's what it sounded like to me. I just got to call it the way I see it. Let's look at the interview and see what's really going on. Because, you said you want to become undisputed, you want to fight for the belts and all that stuff there. Oh, again, bro, like that doesn't make any sense to me. You fly all the way across the world, around the planet, to go to an event, and the purpose of you being invited to the event was because you are the mandatory to fight the winner of the event, which is now Dimitri Bivol. And not only you don't stay, you don't go on the main stage to talk about the fight, but you leave without even seeing the fight live. And you don't even talk to Turki Alashihk. Because they put you on the main stage, that's what they want to do. Lucy, got some splaining to do. True. I ain't trying to hear that shit. One thing about Coach Malachi, I ain't on nobody's team. I don't give a fuck about these niggas like that. You do, not me. I don't have an emotional attachment to none of these niggas. I reserve the right to call it down, to call it the way I see it. Now, I don't know what's going on. I really don't. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. I don't know what's going on. But however, irregardless of what's going on, what I don't like is the fact that, dude, you flew all the way around the world to, and everybody knew, okay, he coming over there. Everybody, oh yeah, he going over there, goddamn it, because whoever the win is, David Benavidez want to smoke next. He probably going to step in the ring, which they would allow him to step in the ring. That ain't no problem. He probably going to be, on the main stage or whatever, talking about it. Bro, that man he ain't do none of that. So now I'm starting to wonder, okay, do he really want to fight the winner? Do he really want to fight Bivol? Again, I got my money on Bivol 7 days a week, twice on Sundays. I think some brother in the chat, I forgot the brother name, got a $2,500 bet on site on that. He said he want to bet $2,500. I say whether he fight Beterbiev or Bivol, I got both of them beating David Benavidez. So hopefully we'll be able to make that happen. That bet happen. That's easy money to me. You get what I'm saying? I think I'm 4-0 on YouTube, on social media and bets. And bets when the money on the line, I'm 4-0. So anyways, it is what it is. But before we get into the show, we got to say all praises due to the Most High, the Most Exalted, the greatest being on the planet Earth, the invisible man himself, Mr. Al Haymon.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and sing Al Haymon. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? I'm about to
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Hey, shout out to Reggie Singleton. Reg, what's going on, fam? Shout out to Reg. My bad. Shout out to Reg. Shout out to Tila. Shout out to Jew Glizzy. Shout out to Javon, Daniel Agnew. Shout out to Mr. Tomato Can. He said that's all duck language. He said that's all duck language. Oh man. Hey, but I'm telling you, listen, phone lines is open. Please call the show. Anybody that's a part of the David Benavidez defense team, please call the show. The phone lines is open. I don't argue with niggas in chats. The best way to get your point across is to call the show. If you don't call the show, then you know you ain't got no point. True. Nigga ain't got no point, dog. Nigga ain't got no point. Nigga just call the show, nigga. That's all I got to say. Call the show. You know what I mean? The method de Manta, right? Ain't that what y'all call them? No, you know what? That's what Mike Tyson called him. That's Mike Tyson.
We the Charlo twins. We known for calling everybody out.
Please call these people out. Listen, the whole world's looking at you. Call these people out,
What's
please.
up? It's the Jamal the Hitman Charlo. Let's get it. Who want it?
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Mexican monster.
Nello.
Yeah, I want to see how much of a monster he is. So he the monster? Okay, cool. I like David Benavidez. I do. But guess what? Just because I like it don't mean you can't get no criticism. I ain't waving my flag for nothing. I ain't waving my flag for none of these niggas. Not me. You get what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm team fucked the other side. I'm on my side of the street. True Media Podcast. I'm on this side of the street. I'm going to call it the way I see it. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So we're going to see what's up. I want to see what's up. I want to see if he really body. I don't want to hear no, I'm my own boss, but, I got to talk to Al Haymon first. And, I don't do nothing without my team. It's up to my team. No, fam. No. Like when you were saying that you wanted to fight Canelo, no, I want to fight Canelo. Everybody know I want to fight Canelo. F that. He's the pussy. He's the bitch. He this, he that. And I'm trying to push up on him and this and that. Like, I wanted that same energy. I wanted that same energy for Bivol. It ain't nowhere in the hell that I'm going to fly 15 hours on a flight based on an invite. They didn't fly you out there to see doggone Carlos Adames. You are currently the mandatory to fight the undisputed champion of the world, Dimitri Bivol. Them people didn't fly you all the way over there just so you can get there and say, wait a minute, man, hold on now, wait a minute, what I got to do now? I would stay, I would get on this stage and hype this fight up because, I know I want to be the next one to fight, fight the winner. I would do that, dog, but what I got to do now, no, I got to go, dog, I got a plane to catch, I'm going to be late for my plane. Fuck you mean you're going to be late for your plane? Yeah, I did a round trip, dog. I just wanted to come here, show my face, because it seemed like you just wanted to come there, show your face, and leave. You ain't really have no intentions on, you get what I'm saying? I just come here to show my face and leave. Cause my team told me, you get what I'm saying? I ain't trying to hear that shit. True. No. The only thing I want to hear, dog, I want to see this Mexican monster shit. Simple as that. I'm not here to codify beta males. I'm not here for to argue about this shit. This shit ain't nothing to argue about. Some nigga in the chat said he fought David Morrell. Who the fuck is David Morrell? He fought David Morrell. Who is David Morrell? The PBC hype job? Because y'all don't want to hype this nigga Morrell up. He only had, 10, 11 fights? Y'all hyped him up like he was Gorilla Monsoon. David Morrell is a good fighter, but he ain't nothing to write home about. You're not going to hype no nigga up to me, and because David Benavidez beat David Morrell, yeah, he beat Morrell. Okay, well, Morrell had the same amount of fights as doggone Madrimov. Y'all didn't hype Madrimov up. But then you want to hype David Morrell up. No, they got the same amount of fights. When Madrimov fought, that man ain't got nothing but 11 fights, man. That man ain't nobody, he ain't got but 11 fights. Okay, David Morrell had 11 fights. But because he on the side of the street that you like, you want to hype him up. True. I'm just calling a spade a spade. It is what it is. Anyways, phone lines ain't open yet. So when I drop the phone lines, y'all can call the show. Phone lines ain't open yet. But let's hit everybody with a little bit of Snow Bunny love.
See your eyes shine, she's my Snow Bunny, please. In the winter lights, too, she's my sweet dust of cream. Talk to my nose, this lover's got is so raw. Make you move, stepping out, grip out of control. It's me against the light. Snow Bunny, moving on the bar. Everything's so right. Got that smooth, so feel. No, that's next to the law. With my Snow Bunny love. Been party by the night. See your eyes shine. She's my Snow Bunny, please. In the winter lights, too, she's my sweet dust of cream. Talk to my nose, this lover's got is so raw. Make you move, stepping out, grip out of control. Snow Bunny, moving on the bar. Everything's so right. Got that smooth, so feel. No, that's next to the law. With my Snow Bunny love. Been party by the night.
Yeah, man, I wanna see some hands. I don't wanna hear that shit, dog. I don't wanna hear that shit, dog. Like, if this nigga David Benavidez keep talking that I gotta talk to my team shit and I gotta talk to Scamson and my team and I don't make no decisions and all. I ain't trying to hear that shit, dog. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Because we seen one thing we saw with the Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence fight. When two fighters want to fight each other, they can make that fight happen. Turki Alashihk makes fights very, very easy to be made. It's not hard to make a fight with him. We just heard Chris Eubank. I just saw a press conference today with Chris Eubank Jr. and he spoke about Turki Alashihk and he said that when Turki Alashihk reached out to him and said, "Hey man, look, I'm going to make this fight between you and Conor." He said, "How much money do you want?" And he said, "I said an extra, like a crazy number, just to see what he would say." And he said, "Okay, no problem." He said, "I couldn't believe he said yes to it." He said, "I probably should have asked for more," or something of that sort. So we know money ain't no problem. Money ain't no problem. So let's go ahead and play this video. Let's play this video. Let me know if you guys can hear this. If you can't hear it, I will play it from my phone. Now, as a matter of fact, you probably ain't gonna be able to hear it. Yeah, y'all not gonna be able to hear it. Let me play it from my phone. Where is that? That's that. Where he at? Okay, cool. Let me just do this. Because I have it in my history. I didn't want to. You get what I'm saying? I was like, I ain't gonna lie, that shit kind of had me disappointed, dog. Shit had me kind of disappointed. I'm like, man, no, man, I know this man ain't talking this shit here, bro. Like when I started hearing that, listen, when I started hearing that, my team shit, and I don't make no decisions without them. What that tells me is this here. If they tell you, look, dog, we know you the mandatory, but we don't want you dealing with Turki Alashihk to make that fight right now. We got other plans for you. That tells me that you're gonna follow those other plans. That's what that tells me. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Not me. I ain't trying to hear that shit right there. Let me see. Let's go right here. Hold on. Let me see. What that said? Is that here? All right, this ain't it. I gotta find it now. This ain't it. This is something else. Where's that video at from Ring IQ? Ring IQ played the interview. I was shocked, bro. I was like, man, I know this nigga ain't say what I thought he said. Oh, here we go. This the one right here. All right, let's see. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. 5 minutes and 31 second mark. Let me put it up on the computer so you guys can see it. Put it up so you guys can hear it. See it, and then you're going to hear it. Let's go. Now, Ring IQ does his own commentating on it. You know, you can do with that as you will. I don't care about that. I just want to hear what was being said. Let's go right here. Go back there. All right, let's see. All right, let's go right here. Let's go right here. This is from Ring IQ. Now I know what you guys are gonna say. Oh, that's Ring IQ. He hate David Benavidez. It might be some validity to that. Maybe Ring IQ does hate David Benavidez. I don't know. But however, there's some interviews on here that I don't think he's a ventriloquist. I don't think he threw his voice or anything of that sort. And there's some documentation on here that has nothing to do with your personal feelings. So let's go. We're not dealing with feelings. We're dealing with the reality. Let's go. So this is it right here. The name of this video is called Harper versus Zimmerman. David Benavidez absconds from Saudi, ? Benavidez versus Smith up next. Benavidez versus Smith doesn't make any sense. Smith doesn't have a belt. The guy who he is the mandatory for has all of the belts. That fight doesn't make any sense to me at all. But that's just me. Let's go. Let me let you guys hear this video and go from there.
So even if Terry...
All right.
After that, the pressure is on. The pressure is on Terry, and the pressure is on Matchroom. We'll talk more about the fight as the fight date approaches.
We're splitting hairs here. If they run it back right away, it would be legendary historic stuff, especially within the...
Do you know Benavidez didn't stay for the main event?
What? Why?
Okay, I tried to get Benavidez on the main stage. I went to him and I said, Benavidez, come on the main stage and kind of like, you know, let's push this main event because I know you wanna fight the winner. And I think it was his dad with him, and they're like, yeah. And then in my ear, they're like, Benavidez has got a plane to catch. I'm like, what? They said Benavidez has a plane to catch, and he can't wait for the main event. So he was not there. He did not see it.
Okay, that I can live with that.
I can't understand it.
Hold on, let's go.
But I can't wrap my mind around it. You flew halfway around the world. Right? So that you wouldn't see the main event? Wasn't that the whole point in going? Do you guys know how long it takes to get to Saudi Arabia from the United States? It could be anywhere in between 12 to 15 hours. And remember...
Let me ask y'all a question. Is there any David Benavidez fans in the building? One, if you are, raise your hand. Is there any explanation? Could you guys, David Benavidez fans, tell me why David Benavidez did not stay to watch the main event of the fight last week? Do you guys believe that this guy from Ariel and Ade podcast is lying? Do you think he's making it up? Just asking. You know, I don't have a relationship with the Benavidez's. Matter of fact, I don't think, you know, I'm on a no-fly zone for PBC. So I would never get those PBC interviews. I don't give a fuck about getting the PBC interviews myself. I don't give a damn. You know, but I know he'll probably go on Nesta Gibbs' show, so I'll ask Next to ask him that question. I'm pretty sure Nest will ask him that question. Let's go.
It's not like he had been already out there for a week or a couple of days or something like that. He flew out the night before the fight. So that the day of, which is what brought you to that region of the world in the first place, you could skip out on the main event.
That's what I have an issue with. The purpose of you going out there was for the main event. Everybody and their mama thought that, oh yeah, he finna go out there, boy. Yeah, you know, Dave been, even I was excited about that. Yeah, Dave finna go, he going to Saudi Arabia, dog. Finna see the goddamn main event. He gonna, you know what I mean? He gonna be, you know, he next. He the guy, he gonna push that action, and Turki Alashihk gonna make that happen. That was the whole purpose of him inviting that guy out. Pretty sure he didn't invite them other dudes out from the IBF or the WBA and the WBO. He invited David Benavidez out. So it didn't make any sense to me. You know, to this day, I'm still doesn't make any sense.
Hurry! Like I've been saying, he ain't fighting the winner of that fight. How many more red flags do you guys need? How much more obvious does it need to be? You ask yourself, then why did he go? Why bother? Appearance's sake. How would it have looked? That you've been fighting in these world title eliminators to supposedly face the winner of that fight, but then you get invited to be there and you don't go. You don't come. What I'm fairly confident was an all-expenses-paid trip to be in attendance to see the rematch. He did not have to buy a ticket to get in. He was invited by Turki, and I don't even think David had to pay for his airfare. But then why leave in such a hurry? If you were only really going to be there for a few hours, then why make the trip? Keeping up appearances. Appearances for appearance's sake. I have a theory. At some point after he touches down in Saudi, he realizes that after the fights on Saturday, Turki's gonna want to talk shop. He's gonna want to open up a dialogue about David's next fight. And Turki moves fast. We all know that by now. To get the wheels in motion for the next big fight, the next big event, it doesn't take very long. Did you hear what Ade said? That as he's gesturing to David to take the stage so they could talk about him facing the winner, they told Ade that David has a plane to catch. When did he book the flight? I guess he must have booked it on his way there, or shortly after he arrived. Think about it. He left for Saudi Arabia on Friday. He got there on Saturday. And on Saturday, he has a plane to catch. When did he book the flight? It's important to note that when Jared Anderson, then unbeaten, was approached to take on the Bivol fight, he was approached by Turki. They didn't go through Top Rank. There was no middleman. They dealt with Jared personally. Now, Top Rank didn't stand in the way. They didn't hold up the process. If you want to fight on Turki's show for the amount of money they're offering you, go ahead and take it. Because we ain't going to pay you that. I think that Turki was of a similar mindset when it came to David Benavidez, who he so invited to be there for the fights, and David left in a hurry. He didn't stay long enough for those kinds of conversations to take place. Make it make sense. If you were only going to be in Saudi for a matter of hours, then why would you even go? If you were going to miss the main event. Unless, after you had already touched down, you realized that weekend, Turki's going to want to talk business, and you don't want to stick around for that. After all the festivities are over, Turki's going to want to talk to you about your next fight. And you're only really over there with your father, not your legal representation. I don't know that Samson Lukowicz accompanied them.
Obviously, we haven't worked yet, you know, but right now we're basically in talks. But if it's good for the sport, it's good for me, and, you know, it's good for the whole division. So, I mean, if there's an opportunity we can make a fight happen, you know, I'd definitely have to go talk back to the PBC because they're the one in charge.
You see that? He's using sides of the street to skedaddle. He's leaving the entire decision-making process up to the PBC. But wasn't there a PBC fighter boxing on this same show?
But I feel like it shouldn't be no problem. Like I said, Al Haymon, you know, he cares about me a lot and he wants the best for my career. So if he feels like this is the next step, you know, we move as a collective. You know, it wouldn't just be me signing with Turki Alashihk. Me, Al Haymon, and all the PBC, we would be coming together as well.
The reactions to all of
Yeah, yeah, I don't heard that shit there before. I don't heard that. Hey, that was all I needed to hear. I needed to hear Ariel and Addie's show. What he said, and then heard what David Benavidez said out of his mouth. And the simple fact that you went all the way over there. And Miss Black Panther said he had an emergency. That doesn't make any sense, because how you got an emergency and you don't even stay. You get there, you see the other fights, but you leave before the main event. So you wasn't going to get back no faster by staying to watch one more fight or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't. Again, man. Like I don't. You know. I don't heard that before. I don't heard that before. And I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. As far as I'm concerned, I'm gonna let this play out. Let this play out and see what's up. But it doesn't make any sense to me to fly 15 hours all the way across the world for the sole purposes of seeing a fight between the two undisputed champions. We know Bivol is undisputed champion now, who you are going to be the mandatory for. You won't even step on the main stage. You won't even let nobody talk. You know, like you can't even get on the main stage to talk about this fight, what you're seeing, and talk about you being the one that's going to fight next. You don't even come on the main stage to talk about that, and you fucking leave before the main event. Shout out to Mr. T. Hey, okay. Dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, dude spent over 30 hours back and forth just to stay for the main event, just not to stay for the main event. The monster looking like a Muppet. We got to see what Al say. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how this play out. We'll see how this play out. Shout out to Domo. Hey, okay. Jumping out $2 super chat. He said it sounded like a quack, coach. I mean, I don't know. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. I definitely want to give David Benavidez the benefit of the doubt on this. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense at all. I'm just being honest with you. Doesn't make any sense at all.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Yeah, that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Then I'm hearing, oh man, well, you know, I got to talk to, see this what got me right here.
After you had already touched down, you realized that weekend, Turkey's going to want to talk business, and you don't want to stick around for that. After all the festivities are over, Turkey's going to want to talk to you about your next fight. And you're only really over there with your father, not your legal representation.
See, let me tell you something. It's something he said that was true in this. He said that, you know, when Turki Alashihk wanted to make the fight with Jared Anderson and Martin Bakole, he spoke directly to Jared Anderson. And he gave him an offer that he couldn't refuse financially. Top Rank did not want to make that Jared Anderson versus Martin Bakole fight because they knew that Martin Bakole was going to beat the brakes off of Jared Anderson because Jared Anderson is not, he's a decent fighter, but he's not an elite fighter. He's not on Martin Bakole's level at all. We saw that. But Top Rank went ahead and let it go anyways because they get a percentage of it. They're going to get a percentage of his purse, so it's a win-win situation for them. Well, you know what? We're going to get a percentage of the purse. We're going to get a percentage of the purse, and we don't have to spend a dime on promoting the event. Now, I don't want this fight. We're trying to keep this guy with a clean record by feeding him cherries, but God damn it, he just took the money. So Jared Anderson took the money, got his ass whooped. People blaming Turki Alashihk. See what I'm saying, man? Nigga fought on Turki Alashihk card and lost. Well, Turki Alashihk didn't make you lose. You lost because you wasn't good enough. True. They act like Turki Alashihk in the ring, jumping them when the opponent fights somebody else. If it's one-on-one, you in the ring with somebody else and y'all fighting and you get knocked out, you can't blame Turki Alashihk. You took the money. It ain't like he put a gun to your head and said, yeah, man, I'm gonna put the gun to your head, dog. I'm gonna force you to sign this contract. Nobody making them dudes take that money. They making more money than they promoter will pay them. So ain't nobody making them dudes take that. You can easily say no. It's free will. You have a choice in the matter. You can either choose to fight or you can choose not to fight. You can say yes or you can say no. But don't blame me once you say no and you lose. Once you say yes and you lose. Man, I lost because of you. No, you lost because that dude caught you with that uppercut. You lost because you didn't see that overhand right coming. You lost because you left your chin in the air. Last time I checked, Turki Alashihk ain't knocking nobody out. So it don't make no sense.
To this day.
Let's go.
I don't know that Samson Lukowicz accompanied them.
Obviously, we haven't worked yet, you know, but right now we're basically in talks. But if it's good for the sport, it's good for me, and you know, it's good for the whole division. So I mean, if there's an opportunity we can make a fight happen, you know, I'd definitely have to go talk back to the PBC because they're the one in charge.
You see that?
See that right there? The PBC is the one in charge. So you don't make your own decisions. Again, Al Haymon gets a lot of bad flack, and I realize that, right? I used to be one of the main people who used to talk bad about, man, Al Haymon, man, he got these niggas in the winning protection program, and I realized it's not Al Haymon. Al Haymon has not been seen or heard of since 1972. Sources say that him, Tupac, and Jimmy Hoffa is hiding out somewhere in Cuba. Sources say. I think because people know no one can contact Al Haymon. Nobody know where he at. He ain't got no cell phone. You know, don't nobody know his location. GPS can't find him. The FBI can't find him. The CIA can't find him. You know, the Department of Homeland Security can't nobody find him. They know that, right? He ain't seen nowhere. There are no pictures. Nobody even found pictures. Like no one saw him in public somewhere and be like, click, click, took a picture of him. Like you do all these other people, right? But no one has seen that. I think these fighters, they hide behind Al Haymon because it's convenient. All these years, everybody blaming Al. It ain't Al. These niggas is ducking and hiding behind Al Haymon. True. Once I realized that, I had to be like, you know what, man, I've been blaming Al Haymon too much, bro. All this can't be Al. All this is Al. Blame Al Haymon for this. Give him credit for that. Blame him for this. It ain't like we can confirm what these fighters are saying are true. These niggas hide behind Al Haymon. Like literally. True. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean that's the way I see it. Can't nobody tell me nothing different. I don't give a damn who it is. Can't nobody tell me nothing different. My mind is made up. And what made me realize that was the Ariel Spence and Terrence Crawford fight. Man, you ain't in the plans. Al told me this. Al told me that. I'm just following what Al say. When Ariel Spence made a decision to say, you know what, man, Al, I'm finna make my own decision, and I'm finna make this fight with Terrence Crawford. Me and Terrence Crawford in fight, man. I'm finna make this fight against Al Haymon's wishes. So that right there told me, oh, these niggas can make their own decisions. Because he ain't nothing but an advisor, right? Quote unquote, advisor / promoter, quote unquote. So they can make their own decisions. So when you tell me, well, yeah, man, they the one make the decisions, that tell me right there that you hide behind the invisible man. Because we just saw Ariel Spence make his own decision to fight Terrence Crawford. You could do the same thing if that's what you wanted to do. We know that. Ariel Spence proved that. So yeah, man, I ain't trying to hear that, dog. That right there got me feeling some type of way. But I want to see how this plays out. You get what I'm saying? Let's get the likes up. We got over 500 people watching this show between X and YouTube, and we got less than 200 likes. Anyways, shout out to NPR. He said Adamas a PBC fighter, and he fought Hazmat. Yes, he did. Facts. Adamas fought on that card. Yeah. Adamas fought on that card. Absolutely, he did. Damian Bennett said that he said, I disagree. I think Al runs everything without a doubt. I point to the EJ fight. Okay, well, check this out. Let's take that same argument. You point to the EJ fight as proof. I'm gonna take that same EJ fight to prove that I disagree with you. Me and you can just go and agree to disagree on this here. The EJ fight, EJ was following Al Haymon's instructions, not to fight Terrence Crawford. When Ariel Spence decided, I'm not going to listen to Al, I'm going to get my own management group, and then I'm going to concede and give Terrence Crawford everything he wants in order to make this fight happen, that showed us that he had control of his entire career the entire time. or at least for that fight. Because if Al Haymon was so in control, Errol Spence never would have been able to fight doggone Terrence Crawford. Because I know for a fact, we know for a fact that Al was the one that was stopping the fight. That's public information. Errol Spence spoke about it, and doggone Terrence Crawford spoke about it. He said, I tried to go through Al, and he kept stonewalling me. He kept stonewalling me, and this and that, and then so he wanted to lock me in on this, and, you know, tell me that we're going to give you 5% and all that stuff there, and you can't fight nobody else. And he said, no, so he walked away and fought David Benavidez and got $10 million from BLK Prime. Stuck their ass up for the bag. Then he came back to Al, and then same thing. So it was only until he reached out to Errol Spence and spoke to him directly and convinced Errol, look, man, you say you're your own boss, you can make this fight happen. And Errol Spence admitted, yeah, I made this fight happen. And when they was on stage at the face-off, Errol Spence said, you should thank me. You know, you should be thanking me for making this fight. And Terrence Crawford gave him some dap. They shook hands. He said, both of us made this fight. Because had it not been for Crawford coming up with the bright idea to speak directly with the fighter who's supposed to be his own boss, that fight never happens. He put the seed, he put the thought in Spence's head. So how do we know that David Benavidez can't do the same thing? I think Al Haymon get too much blame. I think Al Haymon gets too much blame because it's convenient to blame Al Haymon because don't nobody know what a nigga at. You don't see him. You don't know what he look like. You don't know what his voice sound like. And I'm still using an old picture of Al Haymon from 2016, 2015. I'm using an old 2015 or 2014 picture of Al Haymon. There were no recent pictures of Al Haymon in 2025. No 2024 pictures, 2023, 22. Guess what? There's a million recent pictures of old ass doggone Don King or Bob M. There's a million pictures of doggone Jeff Bezos, million pictures of doggone Warren Buffett, you know, just a whole bunch of billionaires and millionaires. So, yeah, man. Yeah, man, it is what it is, man. I mean, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. I ain't trying to hear that shit. I just, you get what I'm saying? Yeah, we just agree to disagree, fam. Listen, we ain't gonna never agree on that. Never. In life. I can die 20 times to come back. We ain't gonna never agree on that. Never. True. Never. They be hiding behind Al Haymon. That's what they be doing. They be hiding behind Al. And now they probably telling them, I'm gonna tell you something. I could just imagine somebody say, but why though? I have no idea. I have no idea why. You would have to ask the fighters. When they go to talk about, yeah, man, I don't make the decisions. What the fuck you mean you don't make the decisions? You the one that's fighting. You the fighter. We heard doggone, what's my main man name? The Weasel. Steven Espinosa said, yeah, man, you know, when two fighters want to fight, you know, fights happen when fighters want to fight. We heard Tom Brown say that. Fights happen when two fighters want to fight. We've heard Eddie Hearn say that. Fights happen when both fighters want to fight. We heard Terrence Crawford say that. And Spence, yeah, man, fights happen, man, you know, man, when fighters want to fight, we make it happen. They said this here. Yeah, man. It is what it is, man. I mean, you get what I'm saying? Like I just can't keep blaming Al for everything, bro. Everything Al Haymon fault. Everything Al Haymon fault. It's just so convenient to blame Al. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, let's give everybody a round of applause. Yeah, man. I'm like, man, you know, it is what it is. Like, I used to be like that. I used to be like that. I used to blame Al Haymon for everything. It rained, man. Al Haymon is the reason why it's raining. Man, you know, if it's too loud in my house, Al Haymon the reason why it's loud. You know, man. Listen, these dudes, they use Al Haymon as a convenient scapegoat. I'm just being honest with you. That's the way I see it. It's convenient. It's convenient to blame Al. Why? Because don't nobody know where Al Haymon at. Bro, check this out. You can talk. I was gonna say something, but I ain't gonna even say that. I ain't gonna say that. It is what it is. All I'm saying is this, man. It's convenient to blame Al for every goddamn thing. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. Oh, they were standing next to each other? Wait. Oh, no, that was yesterday. Hold on, wait. Let me pull up this. I did see the press conference of with Connor Ben and Chris Eubank. Man, I'm hyped up about this, bro. Hold on, let me pull it up. And then this is another thing. No, that's Trinity. Let's pull this up right here. That's Ring. Let's go here. And see, we know what's up with this. WBC orders David Benavidez versus Dimitri Bivol. Mando. David Benavidez said he used to beat Dimitri Bivol up. David Benavidez said, I'm leaning towards Bivol to win the rematch. And I want Bivol to win because I used to beat him up in sparring and all that stuff there. It'll be, I prefer to fight him. So he said all of this in different interviews here in America. So, okay, he finna go to Saudi Arabia and step down. Yeah, all right, so it is what it is. So we see that right there. Hold on. Where's the other video at? Where my main man at? This goddamn Connor Ben, I can't even front, bro. This Connor Ben and Chris Eubank, bro, this fight right here, I am so excited. I am so excited about this fight, bro. This fight in April. This fight can't get here fast enough. Somebody just sent me a recent video. I just saw an interview. I just saw the press conference. I just saw the press conference with today with Chris Eubank and I just saw a press conference with Chris Eubank and Connor Ben. I'm not gonna lie, it was boring. It was dead. Chris Eubank was being very sarcastic, stuff like that. But it was dead. They didn't have the energy, the twitcity. It was a boring press conference. And the thing is, the person who was emceeing the press conference got to have a little bit more energy as well. Your pitch, your tonality, your vernacular, just all of that plays a part when it comes to hyping up something. You at a press conference. The dude just got slapped in the face with the egg just yesterday. So you supposed to come in hot and heavy, no diddy with that, spitting fireballs, spitting nutball flames. You get what I'm saying? And it was like a funeral. True. It was like a funeral. I mean, yeah, Chris Eubank and Eddie Hearn, they went back and forth a little bit. I guess that was the highlight of it. And, that was the highlight of it. They went back and forth a little bit. They had a lot more security on stage when they stood in front of each other. It wasn't like, they had a kind of like a face-off from like 5 feet away and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, you literally got the hottest. You done took up all the news cycle for this fight with the slap. The slap that was heard all around the world. And then you follow it up with the dud press conference. I blame that on the MC. Fam. That's who I blame that on. You were supposed to follow that heat up with some more heat. Connor being over there quiet, he just mad, ain't saying nothing. You were supposed to brought all those emotions out. You were supposed to brought all of those emotions out for that fight. Man, Connor, yeah, what's up? Man, that man slapped the shit out of you with that egg, dog. Dog, it's showing all over the world that you got egg on your face. How you feel about that? Well, you know, man, back in, yeah, man, you get what I'm saying? How do you feel about that? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, he slapped shit out of you, dog. Like, just what if one of those eggshells, it looked like, did he slap you on the side of the eye? What if one of those eggshells would have got in your eyeball and it would have messed the fight up? What you think would have happened? Do you think you still would have been able to continue with eggshells in your right eye? Oh, okay. Listen, Chris, what was the purpose of you slapping, bitch slapping doggone Conor Ben? You stole the man, you caught him off guard. You could have injured the man. Are you trying to do that to get out of the fight or whatever? What was the purpose of you doing that? Why did you do that? And then if you see Chris Eubank going on a long soliloquy, you got to interrupt him. Yeah, Chris, you're going on a long soliloquy and stuff like that. It's a good chance that you probably might get beat in this fight because do you think that, by you slapping him with that egg, you got to know how to agitate it. You got to know how to agitate it. You get what I'm saying? Get those emotions out. They did a terrible job. True. Shout out to Bruce Gas. Bruce Gas, they did a terrible job, Bruce. Did a terrible job. Do you know, bro? And I'm just doing this freestyle. This ain't scripted. This just me coming off the dome. No did it. This just freestyle. I'm like, no, man, this what you should have did, dog. This how you follow that up. Then they announced it's 130,000 people. It's 130,000 people waiting to buy tickets. Tickets supposed to go on sale, today or tomorrow? Shout out to Killer Boston. He said, come over, coach, I'll get you a ticket. And look after you, my friend. Hey, shout out to Killer Boston. Salute, fam. I appreciate that. Do the tickets go on sale today or tomorrow? Man, shit. Man, bro, they have, bro. Well, you have no idea, bro. If they ever slip up and let me get on that stage, he say this is Boston say it doesn't matter, it's sold out. It does matter. It does matter. Because you don't understand how social media works. It doesn't matter from a standpoint of, these tickets are sold out, but it matters from a standpoint of keeping the electricity up, on the line, to keep everything talking. The way social media talks is this here. People want to stay engaged. They want to have something to talk about. They want to be excited. They like to see viral moments. Him getting slapped in me. I'm a content creator, so I know. So we probably looking at it from a different perspective, but I'm looking at it from a content creator standpoint. So from a content creator standpoint, bro, that's all you want. Content is content. Listen, you got a viral moment that happened. You got to know how to follow that up. And I'm not necessarily saying with the fighters, but the MC, the person that's MCing the press conference, he has to know how to agitate what's already there. He has to know how to agitate it. And, somebody in the school board, they're a little bit too corporate for me. True. Hey, this is Boston. They too corporate, fam. That's the problem. They too corporate. Hey, how you doing, guys? Mr. Chris Eubanks, how you doing, sir? Oh, that's a nice jacket you have on. Connor, how you doing, Connor? It seems like you're kind of upset. I know you don't want to talk right now, but I just want to speak to everybody. Hey, guys, Eddie Hearn is here and this and that and yada, 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 yada. No, where the energy at? Where the energy? Listen, you got to keep that energy up. The fight already sold out, but guess what? You can never have too much excitement. There can never be too much twitcity. There can never be too much animosity. There can never be too much beef. There can never be too much trash talking. There can never be too much of that. Never. You get what I'm saying? It can never be too much of that. Man, this man slapped the shit out of you, man. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, Connor, man, how you feel, man? You all right? How your face feel? Did you have to go to the doctor? Do you have any welts on your face? Did you receive any cuts from the eggshells that Chris Eubank slapped you with? How about the right side of your eye? Did you get any yolk in your eye? Because I was looking at the picture and I saw some yellow yolk on the side of your face, and it looked like it was close to your right eye, and you was visibly upset. Did any of that yolk get in your eye? What about any of the eggshells? Did any of the eggshells get in your eye? Chris, when you slap Conor Ben in the face, in the right side of his face with your left hand, with the egg, what were you thinking about? Did you know that slap was going to be heard around the world and go viral? What if when you slapped him, the eggshell would have got in his eye? How would you have felt if that would have happened to him? You had a good chance of messing up your payday by slapping the taste out of his mouth. What say you? You get what I'm saying? Man. True. Let me go to Dr. D phone lines, man. Phone lines open, man. 530-494-9636. Y'all call the show.
You want to talk some shit? Call me. Start some shit, bitch.
Sup, fool? You gonna talk shit about me, homie? Where you from?
Hundreds of niggas is waiting for your motherfucking call, and they all talking shit about you right now.
Call the coach at 530-494-9636. We waiting on your bitch ass. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Vital Talker again, calling from New Zealand. I think the trilogy is going to happen because Turkey wants it, so I don't think Benavidez is going to get the next shot. I think he should fight Callum Smith, and that's a good fight to keep him. First of all, he fights another top contender, and hopefully he can fight the winner of the trilogy. But typically, Turkey gets what he wants.
So what was the purpose? So let me ask you this here. What was the purpose of him flying over there 15 hours, not even staying 24 hours to even see the main event? What was the purpose of that?
He did watch the main event, though.
Who?
Benavidez. He was there for the main event. He flew home the next day, but he did watch the main event. That's not what the guy from Ariel show said. They said he wasn't even there for the main event. He left before the main event. Okay, I'll check that out. My bad then. My guess is that Turkey, when he got to Saudi, I believe Turkey would have told him, look, if this is another close fight, I'm going to do the trilogy. And also, he was able to bypass it, just for those who don't know, he was able to bypass the mandatory to get this rematch for all the belts in the first place. So I think he had a word to Benavidez and said, look, if there's a clear winner, I want you to fight that winner. But if it's another close fight, then maybe we do the trilogy and you fight Callum Smith or somebody else. So that's what I think would have happened. I don't think Benavidez flew there intending just to bamboozle the fans.
All right, well, your point well taken. Thank you for calling the show. Yeah, so he didn't even know David Benavidez had no left before the fight, before the main event. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Martin from Oakland.
Martin, talk to me.
Yeah, Coach. I seriously doubt Benavidez went all the way out there without talking to Sheik at some point in time, because otherwise, why the hell are you even going there? Just to see a fight? He could have seen that shit from home. You know what I'm saying? What I'm thinking, only explanation to leave early is if you got some bad news, where they flat out told you, we ain't fucking with you if X, Y, and Z happens. It's all bad for you or whatever. But I don't really think that fool would have just up and left like that, because that's some bitch shit. Why even go at all? You know what I'm saying? I mean, seriously, no matter who wins or who loses, but I always thought in the back of my mind, if Bivol wins, it's a trilogy no matter who's the number one contender. And Turki Alashihk, he's already proven that when it comes to his fighters. I don't know if you remember when they had that big heavyweight card out there with Otto Wallin and AJ and Wilder and Parker. But Jael Pataya was on the undercard. And the IBS told him, here's your mandatory. The Sheik said, here's twice as much money you're going to make fighting your mandatory. So he goes, I guess I'm fighting in Saudi. IBS stripped him. Jai did what he had to do. Then he just went right back, fought for the vacant belt, got it back. So I don't think that the WBC mandating, anything is going to stop the trilogy from going down. I think Benavidez knows that. And I think what's more than likely going to happen is he's going to fight Liam Smith for that interim belt that he has, just to stay on on the public radar, probably on the undercard. But I don't think it's anything about who's scared or this or that. But maybe I'm wrong.
Who said it was scared? I didn't say it was scared. You just
no, I didn't say you did.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, what other reason would you have? I mean, dude, he doesn't like money. He's scared of money. He doesn't like attention. He's shy. Like, what other excuse do we get in boxing all the time?
I mean, we got a fighter saying that he don't even want to deal with Turki Alashihk. He's saying lower to one guy. I ain't even say who that is. So apparently, if you're saying he don't like money, apparently that guy don't like money because he gonna make way more money fighting this one fight with this one guy than he's gonna make fight with the guy that he loves. So I really don't know. There's a lot of questions I have. Yeah. I don't have any answers to. And time will tell. We'll see what's up. So I just want to hear him keep that same language and that same energy that he had when he was talking about he wanted to fight Canelo. That's all I'm saying. You went over there, and according to, because I wasn't there, you wasn't there, none of us was there. But according to Ariel, and they work for DAZN, the guy said that, look, man, the man didn't even stay for the main event. He left. That doesn't make any sense to me. Why not even stay and watch the main event? Like I just want to know what the explanation is for that. Like, bro, you were just over there for some hours and you don't watch the main event, and you can, and somebody telling the interviewer, look, man, they want you to step on the main stage so you can talk about the fight. Since the purpose of you was coming over there, you the guy supposed to be the mandatory to fight the winner, and then you just avoid that altogether and then leave. That doesn't make any sense to me. I haven't heard an explanation that satisfied my liking. So hopefully when David Benavidez is interviewed again, because PBC don't fuck with me and I don't fuck with them, that's fine. But hopefully if he's interviewed by the Boxing Voice again, and Ness does a really good job in asking questions. Hopefully I want Ness to ask him that.
Yeah, but somebody in the chat said he had some type of family emergency, and you know how females are. If you're gonna be like, I waited till the fight ended, then I left. Some females don't want to hear that shit. They want to hear you came running.
What a receipt
you running stop signs and red lights and hopping over gates.
Is there any receipts on that?
All I'm saying is what someone else mentioned. I mean, like I said, I don't know the man, never met the man, never seen the man in person.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Shout out to Martin. Salute, fam.
Right.
We're gonna go to Holland about. Yeah, I don't make the decisions. I'll make the decisions, and I'm like, oh man, bro, I've been hearing that, bro. I've been hearing that for a long time, bro. That's all I'm saying, fam. I've been hearing that for a long time. I listen. Yeah, I've been hearing that for a long time. Carter, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Jamie from New York.
Jamie, talk to me.
Hey, Coach. I don't know what the hell is going on either, bro. But I'll tell you one thing. David looking bad right now. Sounds to me like he's ducking, bro. All I'm hearing is dog language. I don't understand why would even go there. For what? If you're not gonna show your face, man, just stay home. I seriously thought I would see Benavidez after in the ring after Bivol won, and I was disappointed that I even forgot about that he supposedly was there, but I was disappointed that he was. Now that I'm hearing he was nowhere to be found, bro. That's messed up. I hope his family is okay. That's the only reason I'm thinking he just left. But again, I'm not sure
let's say it was a family emergency. You ain't gonna get back no faster. It's a 15-hour flight, fam.
True. Facts, man.
You leave the day before the event. Take you 15 hours to get there. And then before the main event were to take place, you leave. So you could have stayed that one or two more fights to see that main event if you wanted to. If it's a family emergency, you ain't gonna get back no faster. It's a 15-hour flight. So I don't know. Just somebody send me the receipts on that David Benavidez left because it was a family emergency and all that shit there. Yeah. That shit don't make no sense to me neither though. But go ahead.
Word. But I'm not sure if he wanted a free trip or what. That makes no sense. Yeah. So they flew this guy out there and he just left. Again, that doesn't make any sense. So David Benavidez wasted everyone's time. Really? Come on, man. That's bullshit. And bro, and I tell you what, bro, I wonder if he said, something was said to him or that he saw something that spooked him. I don't know. I hear the laws there are different and shit, but it's not like he arrived there and got into trouble. I mean, the whole field stayed. After all that crazy shit that this man was talking about, they stayed. So it sounds to me like I'm not saying scared, but he's scared to take an L, bro. Because we all know he's interested in the big money fight versus Canelo. And it's like, what's the matter, David? The Bivol fight is not big enough for you?
Yeah, Canelo ain't got nothing to do with this. Canelo ain't got nothing to do with this. Like, he's not getting the Canelo fight. That ship has sailed. He's a light heavyweight.
That's the guy he's been chasing for years, man.
Yeah,
And again, he's acting like the Bivol fight is not big enough for him, man. Get the fuck out of here, bro. After all that shit, all the shit that this boy did, I tell you what, coach, I bet you Turki Alashihk won't fuck with him again, and I hope he doesn't. I feel Benavidez played himself, man. All them hours on a goddamn plane to just come back home without talking to the man, that's bullshit, bro. Respect from New York.
Absolute, fam. Yeah, I'm not gonna say all of that. I'm gonna just say I need some more information. I'm not gonna say all of that. Him scared and he didn't talk to Turki Alashihk. I just find it hard to believe he went all the way over there and he didn't speak to him at all. I just don't understand what was the point of leaving before the main event. You are there for the sole purposes. You are the guy that's the mandatory to fight the winner. So, this sounds like some scamps and lies. Then I hear the interview, you talking about where everything got to go through. I don't make no decisions without my team and all that stuff there. Bro, you the boss. The promoter works for the fighter. The manager works for the fighter. Your dad who manages you or whatever, the people on your team, they work for you. You are the one that generates the money. If you don't fight, they don't get paid. I ain't never heard a boss got to listen to his employees. Or you hire, man, I got to listen to them, man. Now you can take some advice from them. Yeah, I take this advice, take that advice. But then, okay, you know what? I hear what y'all saying, but this one I'm going to do anyways. This is what I want to do. You see it happen time and time again. So I just need some more information myself. But when I go to hearing that, yeah, man, what I got to do now, see what I got to do now. See, when I go to see, this what worries me. I'm just being honest with you. I'm gonna pull it up. In a minute. I gotta play this clip again. That I don't make my own decision. That's what worries me. I'm calling. What's your name? You calling from?
What's up, Coach Martin from Jersey? What's going on, bro?
Martin, talk to me.
Yo, are we surprised? As soon as I heard the talk, I'm a Vegas fighter. I fight in Vegas. This is where my fan base is at. I already knew this man does not want to go and fight the winner of that fight. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I already knew right there that was the beginning of duck talk. You understand what I'm saying, Coach? Mm. And the last couple of callers, like Martin from Oakland and the other guy, man, all they did was niggas playing in their phone call. Mm. They were like trying to like make excuses for the guy, but the guy, you put yourself in position to fight the winner undisputed, and now you're acting like you want to talk to your management, everybody, like I'm not in charge. I'll do what they tell me. No, sir, you are in charge. I'm thinking when Turkey flew him out there, I'm thinking he's gonna jump in the ring, and shake hands with the winner of the fight, and good fight, and I'm next, next in line. That man was gone. And whoever's saying, that I don't know how true it is. They have family issues. I don't know if they're making it up, but if it's true, they should. Somebody need to come up with a receipt, like you said, with that situation, right or wrong.
Yeah, I just want to see it. I mean, if he had a family issue, how do you know that? Like, if whoever's in the chat saying that David Benavidez had a family issue, how did you find that out? And if you found it out, and if you found it out because he said something in an article or he said something in the interview, then please send it to me because I haven't seen it. I just want to see what you saw so I can know what you know. That's all.
Exactly. And not to be talking about Canelo, but you know, when he was chasing Canelo, which Canelo did avoid him, let's speak facts. Let's not play favorites here. Canelo did duck the dude, but when he was chasing after Canelo, he was even like holding out for Turki Alashihk to try to make that fight. So now he got a fight for you for undisputed, gets in another weight class, and you know, all that changed. You know, all the bravado went away. It's like, oh, I'm a Vegas fighter. You gotta talk to PBC, and now, you know, we work together. And now, like, oh man, you gotta get ready to duck. So to me, he's ducking. That's just my opinion. But anyway, Coach, great show. Holla.
Absolutely, fam. Yeah, I don't want to say. I don't want to say David Benavidez ducking. I'm not going to go that far to say he ducking. What I don't understand is this. What I don't see this what worries me.
He's using sides of the street. Turkey's going to want to talk business, and you don't want to stick around for that. After all the festivities are over, Turkey.
Put it this way. I don't see why not stick around for a few more hours or an hour or whatever to see the fight. You flew all the way across the world. I don't see why not stay to see. That doesn't make sense to me, dog. Like, dude, why you just won't stay to see the main event? If I would just saw him at the main event watching, and then just, you know, because you know they would have put the camera on him. They would have put the camera on him. If I would just saw him just watching at the main event just to see that, you know. So it is what it is. Yeah, and we ain't seen none of that because he left. He wasn't there. Carter, what's your name? You called him from?
Wow. What's up, Coach?
Hey, what's going on, Jerry?
From BMO.
B-More, talk to me.
About to drop some knowledge, brother. Gotta disagree with you. Most fighters, unless you're a Canelo or an AJ, you're a real money mover, don't have no leverage. It should be what you say, that the fighter's the boss. It's not the case. It's just not. 95% of fighters that work for promoters, the promoters take the financial risk. They fund the fight, from the press conferences to the purses, right on down the line. Fighters, they take the physical risk, and it's a symbiotic relationship. But at the end of the day, you say if the fighters don't fight, they don't make no money. Well, the promoters will move on to the next fighter. It's just that simple. Yeah, it should be how you say, but it's not that way. Not unless you're a Canelo, then you got some leverage. But you don't have all the leverage that even people think Canelo does, because you look when he signed with that PBC deal, he was supposed to fight Charlo in the second fight, and that didn't happen. And he raised a lot of hell, but it didn't matter. He had to go and do business with his arch enemy, Oscar De La Hoya. People say Canelo does what he wants. No, he's getting paid by somebody, just like everybody else. Even Floyd Mayweather, at the height of his popularity, when they asked him about who he's going to fight, he would say, I got, Al Haymon. Al Haymon arranges my fights, and that's because he knew Al Haymon is the guy paying for it.
Yeah, I don't think Al pays for any fights. Al had the ability. He had a hedge fund, and he had the ability to be able to raise money, but I don't think nothing's coming out of his personal pocket. Remember, he got money from Ariel and Reed and stuff like that.
Well, maybe it wasn't, but either way, Top Rank, they have investors. Yeah. They get their money where they get it, but the fighter doesn't have to pay for it. That's why Devin Haney hasn't taken charge of his own career to finance his own fights. Is there a lot put out there that he's his own promoter? No, he's not. That's why he signs with Eddie Hearn. That's why he signs with Top Rank, because they are taking the financial risk, not Devin Haney. Just doesn't have the equity to do it. Neither does most fighters. Canelo is at a point where he has the equity to do it, like Mayweather did, but even still, he's not going to finance his own fights, and he doesn't, just like Mayweather didn't. And that's the reality of boxing promotion 101. The fighters, unless you're a superstar, you're just not going to have that type of control. Quickly on to Benavidez. Benavidez ain't ducking nobody. He wouldn't duck nobody. There's no reason for him to. He's a badass. Canelo fight ain't going to happen, he wouldn't duck anybody. I don't think, if the PBC doesn't want to match him against somebody, that's another case of him not really having control. To me, he'll fight Bivol, Benavidez, or Beterbiev. Doesn't matter who. Doesn't matter who. Win, lose, or draw, he's a real player.
All right,
Coach.
Shout out to Jerry. Well, we gonna see.
Turkey's gonna want to talk to you about your next fight. And you're only really over there with your father, not your legal representation. I don't know that Samson Lukowicz accompanied them.
Obviously, we haven't worked yet, but right now we're basically in talks. But if it's good for the sport, it's good for me, and it's good for the whole division. So I mean, if there's an opportunity we can make a fight happen, I'd definitely have to go talk back to the PBC because they're the one in charge.
You see that? He's using sides of the street to skedaddle.
It shouldn't be no problem. Like I said,
using sides of the street to skedaddle. He's leaving the entire decision-making process up to the PBC. But wasn't there a PBC fighter boxing on this same show?
But I feel like it shouldn't be no problem. Like I said, Al Haymon, he cares about me a lot and he wants the best for my career. So if he feels like this is the next step, we move as a collective. It wouldn't just be me signing with Turki Alashihk. Me, Al Haymon, and all the PBC, where we would be coming together as well.
Bruh, see that. Hold on. You know what? Maybe, again, I ain't got but a GED. Let's see this again.
To the PBC. But wasn't there a PBC fighter boxing on this same show?
But I feel like it shouldn't be no problem. Like I said, Al Haymon, he cares about me a lot and he wants the best for my career. So if he feels like this is the next step, we move as a collective. It wouldn't just be me signing with.
So if Al Haymon feels that this is the next step, this meaning you can fight, we want to see you try to push the fight for the Bivol fight, then if he feels that way, if Al Haymon don't feel that way, then I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to move on and go somewhere else. Okay, I get all that. He said we move as a collective. Interesting. I wanted to Carlos Adames move as a collective, or Ariel, or Pitbull, or whatever. I'll call him. What's your name? Where you call it from?
It's your boy Round One, Coach.
Round One, talk to me.
I just want to say the next fight for David is going to be Callum Smith.
Yeah, he been called. He said that.
WBO interim belt.
Yep. He's probably going to fight Callum Smith because he feel like that's the easier fight.
I feel like right now, I mean, maybe if it was Beterbiev winning, then yeah, but I see the trilogy happening first. And then, I mean, at this point, Canelo could come up there and be like, let me take that spot. Yeah. So, David, he's going to probably stay busy, but I do see a Callum Smith fight, and he's going to be the unified WBO, WBA Reggie, and WBC interim belt. So, yeah, I think that's the next fight.
Yeah, so, but see, Callum Smith is not a PBC fighter. So, Callum Smith fights, what is he? He Matchroom, right? I think he's Matchroom. Yeah, I think Callum Smith is a Matchroom fighter, and he fights on the Zone. So,
oh shit! I forgot.
And Dimitri Bivol is a Matchroom fighter and fights on the Zone as well. But the thing is, it doesn't matter. The reason why it doesn't matter, because the money man is the guy that's gonna put the money up for the fights. If he thinks it's a good fight, and they're gonna do it. And then with Turki Alashihk, they do their own matchmaking. They don't use the matchmakers of the promoters. They don't use what I noticed. Hey, Round One, what I noticed, when they pay for a fight, they take control of everything. Look, I'm gonna pay you. You're gonna get a percentage. Promoter, you're gonna get a percentage of his purse, whatever y'all got worked out. But this one I'm gonna pay him, and this the matchup that we want to make. So, I mean that's pretty much how they run it. Like literally, bro, they run it like that.
Oh, man. Yeah, well, see, I would think David probably, he would, if he left, pretty sure he saw the Callum Smith fight. So, there's another opponent, it was Undisputed Dude and Callum Smith for the WBO interim belt. There's another belt he could get, but, I mean, he's still going to have to go to Turkey with that, I guess, can't be talking all that Al Heyman and we move as a team and, you know, me and Scampton and all this and all that. But I feel like he's going to do it. You know, he's going to probably have to take another fight with somebody maybe. So, I mean, Bivol and Beterbiev, that might be a trilogy coming. So, but that's my call, Coach. But, yeah, that's all.
All right, salute, fam. And again, I don't know. I don't know if that fight really gonna be a trilogy. Like, I think the decision is gonna be up to Bivol. If Bivol decides, you know what, I'll fight this trilogy. You know, it's probably gonna be a big money fight. We don't know yet, so we gotta wait till we see something official. Me personally, I don't understand why he left. At least stay to watch the fight. You get what I'm saying? I don't understand why he left. And then when you go to talking about, well, me and Al Heyman, is up to him. You know, he's going to do what's best for me. We move as a team and not just me. We move as a team and all that stuff there. And I'm like, man. So if Al Heyman say, you know what? Okay, let's just say this. Let's just say Dimitri Bivol say, you know what? I don't fought this dude twice. I'll rematch him, but I don't want to rematch him right now. I'll move on to fight the next guy in line. And Turki Alashihk said, you know what? You got an IBF mandatory, WBA mandatory, WBO mandatory, but you got the WBC mandatory, and the WBC mandatory is the bigger fight. So I want to offer you something that you can't refuse. And this is the fight that we're going to make this happen. When Turki Alashihk step on the scene, there is no streets. There's no size of the streets. Remember, everybody working together. The PBC works with Turki Alashihk. Top Rank works with Turki Alashihk, Matchroom, Queensberry, and Golden Boy. All of them have fell in line with Turki Alashihk. All of them. So to make a fight with any promotional company, it's no problem. Because if money is the issue and they all fight for money, then the money ain't no problem. Hell, I just heard Chris Eubank say today, he said, look here, man, I gave Turki Alashihk an astronomical number, or, you know, I don't know what he meant by astronomical, but he said, I gave him a high number, and he said, okay, no problem. He made the fight happen. Just like that. Shout out to Domos. Hey, okay. Dropping that $2 super chat. He said, did Fulton move as a collective with Al versus a New Way? No. Fulton went against Al. Fulton told Al, nah, man, I want to take that a New Way fight. I want to go to Japan and fight. Fulton didn't do that. It was two fighters who said, you know what? Yeah, I know this the plan you got for me, dog, but this is what I want to do. So this is what I want to hear David Benavidez say, no, I do what I want. This is what I want to do. Because we saw Cool Boy Steph do that when he went to Japan. And we saw Errol Spence do it the same week when he fought Terrence Crawford. So we know it can be done. That's all I'm saying, fam. Shout out to LJ Wright. Hey, okay. Dropping that half for, bam, Hundo on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Yeah, man, you know what I mean? Shout out to LJ Wright. What you say, brother? You say good show and breakdown. Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you, man. Shout out to LJ. Today's show has been sponsored by our brother, Mr. LJ Wright. You know we got to hit him with the hugging.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
And see, this what I'm saying, fam. Like, you know, hold on. Let's go back. What about Danny Jacobs? Danny Jacobs was a PBC guy. So this is what I'm saying, fam. Like, it's easy to hide behind a guy who no one can talk to confirm it. Like, you can listen, Bob Arum is 93 years old. You can get Bob Arum on the phone, fam. You can talk to Bob Arum. Now, I don't have a relationship with him, but I'm saying for the people who have relationships with him, they can get him on the phone at 93. So, because you got to be able to confirm things, cross-reference things, so you will know, so you can be factual on it. You get what I'm saying? Like, again, bro, like I can always put it on Al. Because we can't see him. Jamie say, Coach, Bob Arum does interviews and everything. Yes, he does. Hey, Kelly Boston say, Coach, they will be getting over $10 million each. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, fam. $10 million is a lot of money. Justin Watson say, sound like duck language. I mean, Justin, I don't want to see. This is the thing, right, fam? I don't want to say he ducking. I don't want to say he ducking because you know, I just need I just have some questions that need answers. First question, what was the purpose of you going to Saudi Arabia? Second question, did you leave before the main event? Third question, why did you leave before the main event? People in the chat saying it might have been his family emergency or whatever the case may be. Was there a reason why you didn't stay to see the main event? Oh, well, I booked my flight and, you know, and you know, I had to get back, you know, because I had booked my flight to go back to America. So why you didn't book a flight to go back after the fight was over with? Dude, you wasn't even there 24 hours. Or something of that sort. Like, why did you book a return flight? Why did you book a return flight that so early? The guy from Ariel, the Ariel show on DAZN, he said that, look, man, caller, hold on. He said, look, man, I spoke to David Benavidez. He was standing right here next to me, and I was like, look, David, let's get you on the main stage so we can talk about this fight that's coming up, because the fight was getting ready to come up between Beterbiev and Bivol. Let's talk about it, and being that, you know, the whole purpose of you coming over here was the simple fact that, hey, you the mandatory to fight the next guy in line. He said David refused to do that. He didn't even want to do that. Why? Because someone told him in his earpiece, that, oh, David Benavidez can't do it. He got to go back to the airport. He got to go back and fly back home. Carla, what's your name you called from?
Martin from Oakland.
Martin, 2 times.
Yeah, Coach. One of the reasons why I think no matter what, it's going to be Bivol and Beterbiev for the trilogy. You got to remember, Beterbiev 40. And in the lead up to these 2 fights, Beterbiev got hurt twice. Once was the knee, which he wasn't even fully recovered from during the first fight. And the other one was something that had to do with his jaw. So basically, they're pretty much on some now or never type shit because, oh boy, he ain't going to be around forever. And even if he is, he ain't going to be, you know, in top shape. You know, Benavidez, 27? So he could wait it out. And then, you know, the WBC, basically, they just put their foot in their mouth by making them the mandatory, which means if you know, Bivol don't fight him, they got to strip him, elevate Benavidez like they did Shakur, like they did, you know, Devin Haney and all these other guys. And
Shakur got
not
elevated?
that even matters.
What fight that? What belt that Shakur?
Oh, no, he fought for a vacant. My bad. He fought for a vacant. But all these other guys, they just get elevated. Like, I meant to say, what's that fool's name? The Texas dude that got knocked out by Tank. Bravo.
Are you talking about Frank Martin?
No. The Mexican dude from Texas, the 147 champ, he got elevated.
Are you talking about Mario Barrios?
Yeah, him. You know what I'm saying? So they'll do that, but nobody gives a fuck because when you're the ring champion, you the champion. So it ain't even gonna matter. But I think it's just, you know, he's just gonna have to wait his turn. You know what I mean? Because them 2 fights, like honestly, me personally, I don't know who's the better fighter. 24 rounds later, you could flip a coin. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you still don't know who the best fighter is out of them 2 cats. I'd rather see them go at it a third time than to see Benavidez get his chance. And I think he knows that. He knows where he stands. And you know what I mean? Maybe that shit hurt his little feelings. You know, maybe he saw the writing on the walls or whatever it was. But I think that's what's gonna happen first, no matter what.
Yeah, I'm just anxious to see David Benavidez's next interview, and I want the interviewer to ask these questions, you know, so we can have some clarity on it. But shout out to Martin Sloop.
Oh, that for sure.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. What you gonna say? Yeah, so we can have some clarity on it, because it still doesn't explain it still doesn't explain why you don't even stay to watch the main event. Well, when he got over there, he realized that when he got over there, he realized he wasn't going to be the next guy in line. All right, so he just decided to leave. We need confirmation on that. That don't make no damn sense. You didn't have to go over there to realize that. I mean, that don't make no sense. So that's all I'm saying. So now we're hearing about Callum Smith. I did read something about that. Well, probably would fight Callum Smith. I think Benavidez said something like that sort, and so you saw what you needed to see. So basically, you was there to cope out. Who Callum Smith fought? Botsy. He fought with Botsy, right? So you was there to scope out Botsy and Callum Smith. So that tell me that's what you were looking at the entire time. Yeah, dog. Let's see can we make this Callum Smith fight, dog. Because he probably feels that from a matchup standpoint, that's the easier route. And if he does do that, that let me know, you know what? That was the plan all along. That was the plan all along. Okay, we're going to see can we fight Callum Smith. For what? And we need confirmation that it's going to be a trilogy on the Bivol. Because some people saying, oh, man, we don't want to see a trilogy. Some people saying that. Yeah, man, we don't want to see no trilogy right now. Hell, when Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder fought each other, well, they had 3 fights. The first fight, then there was a gap between the first and the second fight. And then the second and third fight, Deontay Wilder had to take him to court in order to get him to honor the contract. So I don't think that neither guy is contractually bound to fight each other. So, you look at the land. Okay, what's the biggest fight that could be made? A lot of people saying they don't want to see a trilogy. So some people saying they do want to see a trilogy. So it is what it is. If we don't get a trilogy, out of the mandatories, between the IBF mandatory, the WBO, the WBA mandatory, I don't think, and at light heavyweight, I don't think neither one of those guys has a bigger name than doggone Benavidez. And guess what? If Callum Smith, check this out. If Callum Smith is the interim champion, Callum Smith is what? Callum Smith is what? Hold on, let's see. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else y'all didn't think about. If Callum Smith is the interim champion, that means he's next in line to fight for Undisputed as well. Why would Callum? Okay. Why? Okay. So what you say, Mr. T? WBC? Hey, what? No, not WBC. Callum Smith is the WBO interim champion. Check this out. If Callum Smith is the WBO interim champion, why would Callum Smith fight David Benavidez? Like everybody making it seem like it's a foregone conclusion. Yeah, he gonna fight Callum Smith next. Why would Callum Smith fight David Benavidez when he the WBO interim champion and he's in position to fight in position to fight for the belts? Do anybody have any answers for that? David Benavidez is what? He's a WBC regular. Let's look this up. Let's pull this up. Let's go to WBC. I'm sitting there thinking. I'm like, this shit ain't making no goddamn sense. My bad. No, not rankings. Let's see, the WBC. Let's go to WBA. Hey, what does that Mr. T say? So David can become a 3-belt unified intern. Hey, Mr. T with that bullshit. Mr. T. Hey, Mr. T with that bullshit. Mr. T say. Hey, Mr. T, I'm just asking a question, fam. Like, this ain't making no sense, dog. Okay, let's say I go down this rabbit hole and we say, okay, yeah, he gonna fight Callum Smith now, because Callum Smith the interim champion. All right, well, the importance of being the interim champion that means you the next guy in line to fight for the titles. How do we know? Because that's what the interim champion is. He's the next guy in line. David Benavidez was the WBC interim champion at super middleweight. And the reason why he was bitching and moaning, we said he wanted a shot at the title, but was because he was the next guy in line to fight Canelo. So let's go to Callum Smith. If Callum Smith is the WBO interim champ, why would he fight another interim champ? He's next in line to fight for the title. You know, we can't assume, hey Mando, we can't assume that, yeah, man, Callum Smith gonna go ahead and fight the WBC interim champion. David Benavidez's team may want to fight Callum Smith because he looked like he's the easier fight. But what is the incentive for Callum Smith to fight him, though? Have anybody thought about that? Shit, hold on. Let's pull up the WBA. I think Benavidez got the WBA Reggie belt too. I think he got the WBA Reggie belt. If I'm not mistaken, he beat. Oh no, shit. Let's pull up WBA right quick. I'm finna pull them all up right now. We pulling them all up. Light heavyweight. Let's go to light heavyweight. All right, let's go right here. Check it out. Here we go. As you can see right here, this site hasn't been updated, but Dimitri Bivol is the super champion, WBA champion, right? I think Turki Alashihk was going to fall back down, probably be number 1 or 2, somewhere up in there, right? The world champion was David Morrell. David Benavidez beat him. So now David Benavidez is the WBA Reggie belt champion at light heavyweight. Right? Okay, cool. Let's go. Let's go to ratings over here. Let's go to ratings over here. Let's see who is. Let's do male. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I'm pulling it all up right now. We finna see who's who and what's what. Carter, what's your name? You Carter from?
Elton from Baltimore.
Elton, talk to me.
Yeah, the Al Haymon portion of it does sound duckish, but I wonder if, you know what I'm saying, if it was his first time traveling overseas or something like that for real, and he wasn't sure about like the time differences, and maybe when he booked his flight, he did something weird or something, you know what I'm saying, where the time frames were off from what he was thinking, and he had to wind up leaving early. If that is a possibility, I'm not 100% sure. It's just a question that I have for you.
Right. Because
you might know, you know what I'm saying, the calculations for the time difference between here and over there.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, brother. I'm at a loss of words. I really don't know. I don't have an answer for that.
Yeah. That was my only input on it for real. That just keep my call short. But that's all I was wondering, was it something like that? But I'll let you carry on with the show.
All right, thank you, sir. Now, as you can see right here, Dimitri Bivol is the world champion. So David Benavidez is the interim champ. David Benavidez is the interim champ. WBC interim champion. All right? And David Benavidez is the WBA regular champion. Because he beat David Morrell for his belt. All right? So we got WBA, WBC. Let's pull up WBO. Let's pull up WBO. Let's pull up WBO. World Boxing Association. No, World Boxing Organization, my bad. Let's see. Year, let's go 2025. Month, we're just going to do February, category, light heavy, search. What? Oh, organization, my bad. WBO, search. Now, y'all check this out. Y'all check this out. Callum Smith, as you can see right here, Callum Smith is the WBO interim champion. So, according to what's being said in the chats, I guess, Turki Beterbiev is now number 1 in the WBO. So he's going to get a shot at the title anyways, if he, whenever that happens. Callum Smith is the WBO interim champion. So you're trying to tell me that, and I'm not saying that this ain't going to happen. I don't know. But what is the incentive for Callum Smith? Well, I guess that'd have to be money. It'd have to be money from Turki Alashihk. But outside of that, okay, we can't say the incentive for him is the money because David Benavidez on the other side is like, well, wait a minute, I got to talk to Al, we got to move as a unit. And, that's what we got to do. We got to move as a unit and see, we might go at Callum Smith. They want to go at Callum Smith because Callum Smith is the easier choice between the champion. Because the champion is going to beat his ass. I'm wholeheartedly believe that. I'm taking all bets on that. If he get in the ring with Bivol, I got Bivol 7 days a week, twice on Sunday. I'm taking all bets on that, right? But outside of that, what is the incentive for Callum Smith, who wants to become a champion at light heavyweight? What's the incentive for him to fight another interim champion? You get what I'm saying? Like, what's the incentive for him? Shout out to Jose. Jumping out $2 super chat. He say David looking for the Ring magazine intern. Shout out to Mr. Calderon. Jumping out $2 super chat. He say David's later unlocked his phone. That's why he left. Yeah, I just, I mean, hey, Mr. Calderon, I'm just trying to figure out, like, what would be the incentive for Callum Smith. I get it. You get what I'm saying? I get Benavidez, but they gonna fight the Callum Smith fight. Y'all don't think Callum Smith want to fight the Undisputed?
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
I'm just saying, if I'm Callum Smith, no, man, okay, somebody in the chat said there was an order. I didn't see the order. Shout out to Nate the Great. Nate the Great, what's going on? I didn't see the order, but somebody said there was an order. But let's say we run with the order, right? Let's say we run with the order. Okay, matter of fact, let's pull up the IBF. Let's pull up the IBF. Let's pull up IBF. Let's see who the mandatory or whoever at IBF shit. IBF rank. Let's pull this up. Shit. Fuck it. Let's pull them all up. IBF, January 2000. Okay, let's put February 2000. Damn, it's only going to January 2025. Damn. And we're going to go to light heavyweight. All right, here we go right here. Y'all check this out. This is the IBF right here. Blow it up a little bit more so everybody can see. All right, the champion is Dmitry Bivol. They haven't updated their site yet. We know Dmitry Bivol have all of the belts. So who's the IBF mandatory? Would it be this guy right here, Michael Eifert from Germany? Michael Eifert from Germany. Let's look him up. So Michael Eifert is the next guy in line to fight for the belt. Somebody said it was an order. So if it's an order, let's say IBF is first. And okay, so what's the bigger fight? Is it Michael Eifert, the bigger fight? David Benavidez has the WBC intern title. Is that a bigger fight than Michael Eifert? David Benavidez has the WBA Reggie belt. So he got two belts. He got an intern title and he got a Reggie. He got an intern title and he's a WBC intern and he has a WBA regular. So David Benavidez is in 2 slots. He's in 2 slots. So so somebody said, hold on, what was the order somebody said? They said it was the IBF, WBO, something like that? Do anybody know? Hey, shout out to the natural. Do anybody know? Because David Benavidez is in 2 of those slots then. He's in the WBA and he's in the WBC. Cattle Smith is WBO and IBF is somebody named Michael Eifert. So, hold on, let's see. And what you say, Lamar? He said, how was Anthony Yard number 4? He hasn't fought since Beterbiev stopped him. Man, I don't know. I don't know, fam. You get what I'm saying? I really don't know. Shout out to everybody in the chat. We got over 500 people watching the show between YouTube and Twitter. And then Rumble. Shout out to everybody watching on Rumble. Let's look this dude Michael Eifert up. Who the fuck is Michael Eifert? Let's see who Michael Eifert is. Oh, he from Germany. All right, so check this out. This is the IBF. I guess this is the IBF mandatory. This guy right here, Michael Eifert. He's 13-1. He's 13-1. He's the guy that's number 1. He's the guy that's number 1 in the IBF. So if I was to look at a name, who would be the bigger name fighter? And you're not gonna run it right back with Beterbiev. I mean, well, Callum Smith has a big name in the UK. I think Callum Smith is the draw in the UK. Callum Smith is the interim champion. He wants a shot at the title. I'm assuming. David Benavidez, he's the IBF and he's the IBF WBC interim champion, title holder. Because he ain't no champion. The champion is Bivol. There's only one champion. And he's the WBA. And he's the WBA. So, and then Michael Eifert. Have anybody ever heard of Michael Eifert? Anybody? I'm just saying. Anybody ever heard of Michael Eifert? They called him the Diesel. What he said, Mr. T? He said IBF, then WBC. Just orders there. Hey, Mr. T, you can get around Michael Eifert. Hey, Mr. T, check this out. This is Michael Eifert. You can get around him. I'm pretty sure Turki Alashihk can get around him. Oh yeah, look here, dog. You gotta wait in line. We got you. We know you in the rotation. It is what it is. Now this is an easy fight. This is an easy fight for Bivol. I think Bivol will get a knockout maybe on this here. He probably can stop this dude right here. He probably get him a knockout on this. This dude is 13. This dude is 13-1. This dude is 13-1 with 5 KOs. He 13-1 with 5 KOs. LJ, what you say, fam? No one never heard of him. So LJ, you can easily get around him. Yeah, man, no, the IBF said, man, they rate number 1. Okay, that's cool. We can get around him. Turki Alashihk running the yard right now. We can get around that. Michael Eifert, you can wait one more fight. Or whatever. So the next guy in line is what? Hey, shout out to T-Bonafide. Salute, fam. Hey, what you say, Killer? You say Smith in the WBO mandatory is first in line. Hey, Killer, you say Kelly Boston say that the WBO is first? Hey, what you say, Sonny? Sonny Cheaper say Eifert need to get on the card against Morel or y'all. The natural say no one wants to see Callum Smith. Okay. Hey, natural. All right, cool. Hey, shout out to Miss Black Panther. All right, cool. So let's say no one wants to see Callum Smith. Well, they damn sure don't want to see Eifert. If they don't want to see Callum Smith, they damn sure don't want to. Okay, if that's what. Let's say I was to run with that. Let's say I was to run with that. What you're saying? They don't want to see Callum Smith, the WBO mandatory, and the people don't want to see Eifert. The IBF mandatory. That leads to WBA to WBC. Guess who got the WBA to WBC? David Benavidez.
Hey, okay.
True. I'm just, I'm running with you on that. Let's say I take what you said, we run with it. All right, cool. If the people don't want to see Callum Smith, who was a bigger name than Michael Eafer, so if they don't want to see the WBO guy, and the people damn sure don't want to see what's the dude is? The IBF mandatory Michael Eafer, 13-1 with 5 KOs. Then guess what? It only leads to either Dimitri Bivol, the Beterbiev rematch for trilogy. But if you don't do that, it leaves David Benavidez, the WBA and the WBC guy. So, we gotta see how this plays out. That's why I say it doesn't make sense. I don't understand unless this locked in stone or whatever. Like again, I don't know. As I said, if we want to run with, don't nobody want to see Callum Smith. Don't nobody know who the hell goddamn Michael Eafer is. Has anybody ever heard of Michael Eafer? Hey, shout out to Mike from Bensonhurst. Salute to you, fam. Corey Bradley, you say the IBF is first because they had to negotiate with Eafer to let the Undisputed happen. Oh, okay. Hey, shout out to Corey Bradley. Hey, Corey, I didn't know that. Corey. I didn't know that. What Corey Bradley at? Then they had to negotiate with him. Shit, nigga. He said the IBF is first because they had to negotiate with Eafer to let the Undisputed happen. Damn, dog. So Eafer, you know what? Check this out. Valdez say he know him. You know what? Fuck it. After 2 gruesome fights with Beterbiev and Bivol might be like this a cherry. Listen, I don't know how he got to be number 1, but again, I ain't got no shade. This ain't no shade to doggone Eafer. This ain't no shade to Eafer. You get what I'm saying? But let's just be realistic. I want to show y'all this here. Let's look at Eafer. I would say that Bivol is due for an easy fight. Eafer he's 13-1. Eafer is 13-1. He started out fighting 4-rounders. He had 3 4-round fights, 3 6-round fights, 2 8-round fights, 3 10-round fights. He had another 6-round fight right here, and his last fight was a 6-rounder. And this guy right here had a 3-star rating. He beat Jean Pascal. Jean Pascal's pretty much past it, but he beat him. I think that's the biggest name on his resume right now. I don't think he's standing a snowball chance in hell of beating Bivol myself, but Bivol might be due. He probably want an easy fight right now. Who knows? Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello?
Yes, Carla, what's your name? Where you calling from?
I'm calling in reference to the walking idea.
Damn. Oh man, call back. God damn. Hold on. Let me call a call back. Sorry about that. Damn. I got 2 calls calling in at the same time. Call back. Sorry about that. I be having 2 calls call in, so I be trying to click over on the other side. Let these people know. Call back. Anyways. All right. Hold on. Y'all hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Going once, going twice. So, call back. Shout out to Dr. Paul. So, the question I have is this here. Don't nobody want to see Bivol fight Eford. So it's either going to be the rematch between Beterbiev, which I don't know. I think if I'm Bivol, I wanna fight an easy fight. If I'm Bivol, hold on. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
It's CJ from the 504, Coach.
CJ, talk to me. CJ, that wasn't you that's called that didn't say nothing? That wasn't you, was it?
Nah, that wasn't me.
All right, go ahead. Talk to me.
Yeah, man. I was looking at after looking at the title of the show, I went on Google and I started to type in Dimitri Bivol's name and look up to see if he was going to move up the cruiserweight. And there's a lot of articles, even on ESPN, they're saying that Dimitri Bivol is eyeing a move up the cruiserweight after defeating Beterbiev, and he's looking at facing Jai Opatai at 200 pounds at cruiserweight. And I said, that's kind of crazy, because we know when it comes to David Benavidez, he's not shy about calling out who he wants to fight. When it comes to Canelo, he's a pussy and he's scared to fight, man. He calls out who he wants to fight. But when they asked him about Betebiev and Bivol, we didn't hear that same Mexican monster. It was, if Ariel is all right with this, and we move as a unit, and I don't call plays by myself. I don't make audibles. It's a team conversation. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think he plans on fighting either one of those men. He came to that fight at Riyadh season, and I think he watched the exact fight that he wanted to watch, Buatsi versus Callum Smith.
Yeah.
If he gets that title from Callum Smith, that interim belt, he'll have 3 Reggie belts. If Dimitri Bivol and Beterbiev fight a third fight, their trilogy, I don't even think it matters who wins, because I think whoever wins that will vacate that title. And I think, Benavidez will become damn near undisputed by default, because we all know that the interim title, once it's vacated, whoever's the interim champion, they basically get elevated. So he could damn near be elevated in three sanctioning bodies. So yeah, I don't think he's eyeing fighting Dimitri Bivol or Beterbiev, because those are not good fights for him. That's not something that he's interested. I would love to see it, but I don't think he by his verbiage and what he said in the interview, that don't sound like something that he's interested in. What you think about that?
You know what? You make a valid point. Maybe they're saying, these guys are a little older than you. We can wait them out, and you'll be able to get a belt like that instead of having to fight neither one of them. Because I'm like, okay, let's say Dimitri Bivol decided to stay at light heavyweight. I haven't heard anything about him moving to cruiserweight. I heard David Benavidez talk about moving to cruiserweight to fight doggone Zerto Ramirez, but I haven't heard anything about Bivol saying that, hey, I'm Dimitri Bivol, I'm moving to cruiserweight. I haven't heard anything about that. But let's say Dimitri Bivol say, you know what, I'm gonna fight my IBF mandatory. We can't assume that because David Benavidez wants to fight Callum Smith. Callum Smith may not want to fight him. Let's say Callum Smith don't want to fight Dimitri Bivol. I mean, he don't want to fight David Benavidez. He's like, I'm gonna fight an easier fight or fight somebody over there in the UK so I could, you know what I mean? Get me, because David Benavidez want to fight in Vegas and all that shit there, and Callum Smith don't need no David Benavidez like that. So let's say Callum Smith say, you know what? I want to fight somebody in the UK, not Beterbiev. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing doggone David Benavidez fight Beterbiev. Fight the guy who the former undisputed light heavyweight champion, Artur Beterbiev. I wouldn't mind seeing David Benavidez fight him. If you're not going to get Bivol next, if the IBF is serious about enforcing that Mando, and Dimitri Bivol decides to fight the IBF mandatory first, which that's an easy fight. Now, he ain't going to make no big money fighting that dude, because that dude ain't no name and he ain't no draw. But if he want an easy fight, he can fight that dude, get that out the way. And David Benavidez, I don't foresee him getting Callum Smith, because I see the incentive for David Benavidez, that's an easier fight, and he can get another interim belt. But what's the incentive for Callum Smith?
There is. I mean, the other two interim titles. Yeah, the other two interim titles would be his incentive. The WBA regular championship and the WBC interim.
Yeah, but he's but he's the WBO interim, and he's next in line to fight for the belts.
I agree.
You get what I'm saying?
I agree. So what? I mean, so who can Benavidez fight besides like an Anthony Yard? I don't really see too many other.
Yeah, he can if he want to smoke, he can fight Beterbiev. Why not fight? Why not fight the guy? Why not fight the guy who former light heavyweight undisputed champion, and see can you put a beating on him worse? Can you outperform Dimitri Bivol? So you know what? Let me see can I put a beating on him, because ain't nobody been able to beat the dude up. Let me see can I do that? And then I'll be able to put on a display. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
I wouldn't either.
The man 40 years old. They saying he's 40, he old, and he washed up. Okay, cool. So that should be an easy fight for Benavidez.
Should be, but it ain't gonna be no easy fight, man. Better be you can fight, man.
I definitely know it ain't gonna be an easy fight. I'm just saying, throwing that out there for David Benavidez fans. That's probably an easy fight for him. You know what I mean? Okay. I'm just throwing that out there.
All right, I appreciate the call from you, Coach. I appreciate it.
All right, salute, fam. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Because again, I hear what people saying. David Benavidez wants to fight Callum Smith. I understand why he want to fight Callum Smith. The question we need to ask is, does Callum Smith want to fight David Benavidez? If he has no interest in fighting David Benavidez because he's next in line to fight for a title and he's willing to just have a stay busy fight until he gets a shot at the title, then what David Benavidez gonna do? Why not fight why not fight Beterbiev? Because Callum Smith didn't hold on. If I'm not mistaken, let me look this up first. Hold on. I want to make sure I'm right. Let's see. How many fights Callum Smith have? Callum Smith is, he's 31-2. He's 34 years old. So he's an older fighter. He's 34 years old. I don't foresee Callum Smith fighting Beterbiev again because he already got knocked out by Beterbiev. So I don't see him fighting him again. So I don't think Callum Smith will want any of that smoke from Beterbiev, even though Beterbiev is probably be 40 later on this year. So David Benavidez can fight the old man. He can fight Beterbiev. He can fight Beterbiev. You get what I'm saying? Especially if Bivol decides to fight his mandatory, which is a layup. The dude 13-1. He probably gonna get stopped. And he ain't got but 5 knockouts. So he pillow fisted. He probably gonna get stopped. You get what I'm saying? NPR, what you say, fam? Callum, he say Callum lost to Canelo and Beterbiev, 2 future Hall of Fame fights. The Natural, what you say, Natural? Shit. What the hell is going on? I didn't do that. The Natural says, why does Benavidez always have to fight the next guy without the belts, but the other guy doesn't? I don't know if he have to fight. I wouldn't say that he has to fight the next guy without the belts. From what they're saying, Natural, there's an order. That order don't mean nothing. I'm telling you, that order don't mean nothing. You know what I mean? It's going to be basically on, now IBF, it means something, because the IBF will strip you. The IBF will strip you. So let's say he's not going to be able to, let's say he's not going to be able to fight for the belts anyways because of this order, this sanctioning body order. He's going to have to fight somebody. And it's not a foregone Callum Smith. Y'all hold on. My thing keep tripping. Hold on. Y'all bear with me one moment. Bear with me one moment. Let's reload. All right, I'm back. I had to refresh. I had to refresh my screen. I'm back. That's not a you know, because we're looking at matchups, right? Of course, if you got David Benavidez calling out Callum Smith, then that means he feels that Callum Smith is the easier fighter. That's the easiest fight to make, right? Cool. Maybe so, maybe so, maybe it's, maybe it's not. So that's the incentive for him. Well, I beat another guy, a former champion, this and that, pretty much padding his resume. For Callum Smith, there's really no incentive for him to fight David Benavidez. He could just hold his position at with the WBO title. He could just hold his position with the WBO title, and then after he can hold his position with the WBO title, and then he can turn around and have a stay busy fight. If Bivol fights his IBF mandatory because he's mandated to fight him, David Benavidez can fight doggone Beterbiev. Since I think quite a few David Benavidez fans say that, yeah, he'll beat Beterbiev, he'll knock him out, he'll do this and do that. Okay, fight that dude. That should be an easy fight for you. I mean, of course I'm being facetious, but just for argument's sake, I say that should be an easy fight for him. He don't had two brutal battles with doggone Bivol. So maybe David Benavidez can beat him in a better fashion. I don't know. We'll see. Shout out to Sturdy. He said them two MFs arguably drew twice, like Triple G, Nello a little. Okay. Hitman, what did he say? He said Callum beat a top 175 boxing. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, he did. He did. Well, Botsy, again, these guys are jockeying for Hitman. I think these guys are jockeying for position to fight for the title. So my thing is, if you're the WBA regular champion, so that gives you first dibs at the WBA super champion, and you're the WBC intern champion, that gives you first dibs at the WBC super champion. Then Benavidez is already in line to fight next through the WBA and the WBC for the title. According to what's being said in the chat from my main man Corey Bradley, he said that the IBF is first. So Dimitri Bivol had two tough fights with the former undisputed light heavyweight champion in Artur Beterbiev. If he decides to take an easy fight and fight his IBF mandatory, because the IBF mandatory is an easy fight. The dude 13-1, 5 KOs. I don't think nobody will argue that. Now, he ain't going to get paid a boatload of money to fight him. You get what I'm saying? But he said, Coach, what nobody's saying is that Bivol beat two undisputed fighters. Bivol is a great fighter for sure. What was the two undisputed fighters he beat? He only beat one undisputed fighter. If you're saying Canelo wasn't undisputed at light heavyweight. So I can't say, I mean, that's a good talking point. But Canelo was undisputed at light heavyweight. I mean, at super middleweight. His titles were not on the line at light heavyweight. So I can't say he beat two undisputed fighters. Yeah, he beat a guy that was undisputed, but the guy wasn't undisputed in his weight class. And the belt wasn't on the line. So he only beat one undisputed fighter, Artur Beterbiev. True. That's the proper way to look at that. Because when he beat Canelo, he didn't walk away with no belts. You want to know why? Canelo belts wasn't on the line because he didn't fight him at super middleweight. He fought him at light heavyweight. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to John. Yeah, 168. Yeah. Let's see what we got. NPR said good point. Yeah, his best wasn't on the line. His best. Matter of fact, Bivol even offered, hey, look, I'll come out. The only way I fight Canelo again, I'll come down to 168 and fight you for your titles. And Canelo said, no, I want to fight you at 168. I want to come back to 175 and fight you. So, you know, if the belts ain't on the line, you get what I'm saying? The belts got to be on the line, you know, so that's how that works. But we gonna, you know what? Let's do this. Let's look at the ratings. Let's look at the Ring Magazine ratings. Let's go male, light heavy, submit. All right, y'all check this out. Why does this shit keep coming? I got this down. Why does shit keep coming up? All right, let y'all check this out. Damn, my bad. Let's look at the ratings. Now this is this box rate. My bad, I don't need box rate. Carla, hold on. That's box rate. I don't look at no damn box rate ratings. Let's look at doggone Ring Magazine ratings. The ring ratings. Let's go to light heavy. Blow this up. Share. Let's go right here. So we have light heavyweight. Supreme champion. The number one guy is Dimitri Bivol. The champion is these guys swap places. So the number one guy, according to the ring, is Ariel Beterbiev. The number two guy is Benavidez. Ariel Beterbiev don't have any belts because he lost his belts to Bivol. David Benavidez has an interim belt and a Reggie belt. He is in line to fight this guy. Callum Smith is the WBO interim champion. He's in line to fight that guy as well. Then you have Anthony Yard. Botsy just lost to Callum Smith. Albert Ramirez, we have him. We have Alexander Gosick. David Morrell got beat by Benavidez. Willie Hutch from the UK. And we have Iman Katayev. Carla, what's your name? You calling from?
James calling from New York.
James from New York. Talk to me.
Yeah. So I don't think, Bivol said that he had some nagging injuries going into this last fight. He said in the post-fight, he said he doesn't want to fight for a little while. He wants to fully heal up.
Yeah.
He might not fight again until the end of the year. And then by then, the IBF, they will strip him. And if Turkey wants Beterbiev and Bivol to fight again, then that's who they're each going to fight again at the end of the year. And that's going to happen with or without all four belts, same as Fury Usyk number 2. They wanted to make the fight happen minus the IBF. The same thing might happen here for light heavy. And Callum Smith is he's a bigger name domestically in the UK. He could take a stay busy fight like this summer or something against a domestic UK fighter, and it'll be a big fight. Like if he fought Anthony Yard or something like that, that fight would make money, and he could stay busy like that, and he could wait and see what happens between Beterbiev and Bivol. If Bivol wins, Callum might want to get in there with him. If Beterbiev wins and looks like he's gotten older, he may want to fight Beterbiev again, or he may make the decision later on just to stay away from either one of those guys. But he could fight someone domestic for now.
You talking about Callum Smith?
Yeah, Callum Smith.
Yeah. I was thinking that too. I was thinking that too. Fight someone domestic.
Yeah, because the one thing I think from listening to the show, the one thing that most a lot of fans agree on, though, is these guys all have options.
Yeah.
Even if that IBF belt goes free sometime this summer, because Bivol's not going to fight and he's going to fight Beterbiev next, whoever picks it up, they're just going to be hanging out there. Benavidez, I don't know if he's ranked with the IBF or not, but
no, he's not.
Benavidez,
he's not ranked with him.
So he won't be able to get at that belt anyway, and neither will Callum Smith because he's not ranked with the IBF. That champ he'll be a champ out there floating around. But Benavidez is the only one here who's he screwed himself. He painted himself into a corner because he started all this fire. Now there's a ton of smoke, and he's trying to stay away from all of it.
So you know what? Both of those guys went through a lot to fight each other, Beterbiev and Bivol. So let's say Beterbiev doesn't have the pressure on him to fight right away. He made a lot of money. Him and Bivol, they made a lot of money fighting each other. So he probably want to rest up and heal up himself. But Bivol definitely want to rest up and heal up as well because he took punishment fighting Beterbiev. Both of them did. So let's say you're right. Let's say he doesn't fight till later on in the year. The IBF decides to strip him of the IBF title. That would mean that the guy, the IBF mandatory name is Michael Eifert. Michael Eifert will be elevated. Everybody gonna be breaking their neck to fight him. But if I'm Benavidez, I probably want to break his neck to fight him if he get the belt, if he get elevated. Maybe Callum Smith would, so to speak. I don't know, but he's the easy, he's the easy guy with the belt. You know what I mean? Okay, I got the IBF title. So they might be playing a waiting game.
He is. Yeah, but I also think these guys are all smart. Callum Smith and Benavidez especially. Benavidez knows that guy's smart. He knows what he's doing. That's why he jetted out of Saudi real quick. Because if he would have hung out to the end of the fight, Turkey might have brought him into the ring and been like, all right, next fight, Bivol, Benavidez, they would have put him on the spot.
They would put him on the spot.
On that spot.
I totally agree.
Yeah, so he got the
totally agree.
Yeah, so he got the hell out of there.
Yeah.
And then if the IBF title goes to this mandatory guy, he gets elevated and it's hanging out there. Callum and Benavidez, they might not be so anxious to try to grab up that easy belt because then if Benavidez goes for it and let's say somehow he got that fight, he becomes IBF champ. Then the next thing everyone in boxing is going to be saying, reunify the division. Let's see the winner of Beterbiev, Bivol 2 get that belt back. And then he's going to be on the spot again to fight one of those guys, and he don't want to be in that position, which is why I don't think he'll go for that IBF belt. Benavidez is screwed. He painted himself into a corner. He talked all this stuff, and now he's in a position where he doesn't really have a lot of options. He's got to step up and do something, but he doesn't know what to do.
Well, he do know what to do. He gonna talk it over with his team, and Al Haymon is the one that make the decisions, and so
exactly right.
Right.
Exactly. He's ducking for cover from a guy that don't exist. Al Haymon's a phantom. It's like if he's ducking behind a guy that he knows he can duck behind, like you said, because no one can get a hold of Al Haymon to confirm or deny anything Benavidez is saying.
Yeah.
So it's let me just say one more thing. It's also possible, because Mauricio Suleiman was feeling the heat from Benavidez a little bit from the public when he was at 168, and they were trying to get everyone wanted the WBC to mandate the defense so that Benavidez could get the shot against Canelo, but Mauricio didn't want to do that because Canelo's worth a lot more to him for the 3%. The 3% sanction fees that Mauricio Suleiman gets off of Canelo's fight is a lot. It's a bigger number than 3% of what David Benavidez could ever do. So, and Mauricio knows if he would have ordered that fight, Canelo's got the balls. He would have just been like, fine, I vacate, take it. And Mauricio would have been out a lot of money. So he didn't want to mandate that fight. He wanted to keep Canelo as the WBC champ at 168. And if you guys remember, that's when they said, okay, well, Mauricio told David, he's like, go up to 175 and I'm going to make you the number one ranked mandatory position at 175, and you can get a shot at Benavidez Bivol. that's your consolation prize for not getting it at 168. So he goes up there, he fights Vosik to get acclimated into the division, and now he knows that that's when all of this started, when people really expected him to fight the winner of Beterbiev Bivol, and he's like he's worried about it because he doesn't want to fight either one of those guys.
But you see, yeah, but your point well taken. Go ahead and wrap it up. I got another call in there.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So the WBC, they went out of order and mandated, and now they're saying they're going to name David Benavidez as the mandatory for the WBC, even though they're not up in the rotation. They went out of order. They're going to call the mandatory after Beterbiev Bivol number 3. After that fight gets made, they're going to order the mandatory. They're going to strip Bivol of the WBC. They're going to elevate David Benavidez, and that's his consolation prize. He'll be the WBC champ, and then they'll feed him they'll feed him easy mandatory so that he can stay champ. That's it. That's all I got.
All right, salute, fam. Well, the Martin said the WBC offered Benavidez a shot at 175 interim belt when he lost the 168 scale, the 168 belt on the scale years ago. Hey, NPR say he say Bivol play high speed chess. I mean, you know what, NPR. I'm still of the opinion that Dimitri Bivol and Carla, hold on. I'm still of the opinion that Dimitri Bivol and Turki Beterbiev are the best. They the best fighters at light heavyweight. Both of these guys were undisputed light heavyweight champions. Both of these guys are pretty much damn near even in skill set. I can't look at one and say one is way better than the other and vice versa. They go by, we just saw both of these guys go 24 rounds. Close, both fights was close. So some would argue on one side versus the other and vice versa. Whatever your argument is, so be it. But that's the best you're gonna get at light heavyweight. Those guys, that's the creme de la creme. That's the creme de la creme there. Those guys. So I don't know. We got to see how this shit gonna play out. Carter, what's your name? You called from?
Curtis from Long Beach.
Curtis, talk to me.
Man, Ron Boy already gave us the script. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of playing out the way Ron Boy said. Like, he ain't gonna fight nobody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he said that. He did say that.
Yeah, he said him and Reggie, they gonna stick to the script, and they not gonna fuck with none of this shit that we looking at over there in with Turk. You know what I mean? And it's looking like that, man. It just the moves that David, and just the moves that David been making.
Yeah.
It's playing out like that, man. You holler Canelo, and you then you sign a 3-fight deal and don't fight nobody named Canelo when he's over there with you. And then, y'all say y'all offered the man $55 million, and then, Eddie came out quick and said, man, ain't nobody showed me no $55 million. He's like, we see $55 million, we signing tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So all this pump faking, and it's just, we might just have to go on and give Ron Boy his props. He called it, you know what I'm saying, a while ago.
You know what? And see, this is the thing. That's what kind of like, when I heard that interview with Benavidez saying, yeah, I got to talk it over with my team, Al Haymon. Al Haymon is going to make the best decision for me in my career. I don't make the decisions. Al makes the decisions, and we move as a team, as a unit. So whenever I fight, when I get in the ring, it's all of us, together. When he went to saying that, I'm like, he using company man talking points. He using company man talking points. I'm like, bruh. And I say, Ron, you know what? I'm glad you said that. Ron Boy might be right. We just trying to get in position, but we really don't want to fight. Cause see, I was trying to see, was he going to aggressively call out the winner of the undisputed match like he was aggressively calling out Canelo? And by him leaving before the fight happened in the ring, and by him not refusing to, he don't want to go on the main stage to talk about the fight. Because this is what the reporter from the UK said. This is what he said. He said, yeah, man, I had him here. We were talking, stuff like that. I'm like, look here, man, the fight gonna start in a little bit. Hey, man, let's get you on the main stage, so we could talk about, this fight. Hey, man, what you think about this fight between Bivol and Beterbiev? Caleb Plant. I mean, not Caleb Plant. Benavidez. And you do know, well, hey, you're going to get the winner of these guys. Which one you prefer to fight? So that'll get the fans like, okay, he want to, he's talking about this fight. He want to fight him and stuff like that. And and then Turki Alashihk probably going to put him on the spot or whatever. If he's there, of course these guys are going to take a break. But I was hoping to see that. But by him removing himself from that equation, not willing to step on the main stage, not even staying to see the fight live, that Ron Boy Fresh might be right.
Yeah, and then on top of that, these other fights he's been taking, he's been the naturally bigger man, and then when he started to fight, his size or bigger, he didn't really look like Mexican Monster. Like that, he didn't have the same effect on those dudes like he had on what was his name, Andre. You know what I'm saying? How he just whooped him out and just walked through him. Like he didn't have that effect on Gostic and the other David Morrell. He did the same with Plant, but Plant, was about his size too, and it took him a while to break Plant down, but he ain't really been looking like that Mexican Monster where he was steamrolling, you know what I'm saying, since he started fighting naturally bigger men, and I don't see him with that style doing nothing with Bivol or Beterbiev. You know what I mean? He's going to have a tough time with Callum Smith. You know what I mean? Callum Smith stood in there with Beterbiev for a while before he started getting whooped out. So I don't think David going to have that same effect on him. You know what I mean? So I think it's going to play out the way Ron Boy said. They going to move on, kind of like what happened with Tank. Everybody done moved on and moved up. And now we begging him to fight Keyshawn and Shakur, but he ain't going to fight the motherfuckers. They going to eventually move up too. And that's why he's staying in shape right now. Tank been walking around in shape. When before he used to blow up in between fights, but now, somebody done got in his ear. He in shape. He can fight at 130. You know what I mean? Shakur and Keyshawn going to have to move up, and he ain't going to fight those dudes either. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I think Ron Boy right. I'm going to give him his props. It's looking like he correct. That's my call.
Absolute, fam. Well, you know what? I will say this. I think that competition is tougher at 175. So the things that David Benavidez was able to do at 168, he's not able to do it at 175. Those guys are just as big as he is, and they take a better punch. You can't easily break them down like you did at 168. He really don't have any advantages from a size standpoint where he can impose his will on them physically, It's 75 is a little different. And especially if you're getting the ring with the you know what? I wouldn't mind saying David Benavidez fighting Anthony Yard. NPR, what do you think about when was the last time Anthony Yard fought? The thing is, Yard hardly fights though. Anthony Yard. Cause I heard David Benavidez talk. I did hear him talk about Anthony Yard is in the process of fighting Lyndon Arthur. Anthony Yard don't fought. Yard had 2 fights last year. Yeah, because I remember the fight. I remember the fight he had right after the Beterbiev, but Beterbiev stopped him in 8 rounds. I remember the fight he had fighting Beterbiev. He fought twice. He fought twice in 2023, twice in 2024, and he's going to have his first fight against Lyndon Arthur in 2025. So far. You get what I'm saying? He's going to have his first fight. He's going to have his first fight. So, that's what is that a trilogy? Matter of fact, him and Lyndon Arthur don't fought twice already. So this would be a trilogy. I think this would be a trilogy. Hey, what you say, Jamie? Jamie say he's good. Yeah. I think this would be a trilogy. I think this would be a trilogy, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but I think this would be a trilogy. Antson, shout out to Antson. Antson, he said the Yard versus Arthur is a trilogy. Yeah, okay. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's a trilogy. So, hey, you know what? Hey, Hey, shout out to Ricky. Shout out to Ricky. Ricky 245. Hey, you know what? He's staying busy. He's staying busy. I give him that. Kelly Boston say he has no power at 175. The proof is there. NPR say David can beat Yard. Well, David need to try to make a fight with him then. David need to try to make a fight with him. You know? But NPR, check this out. This is the thing, though. This is the thing. If David Benavidez fight Anthony Yard, that fight would definitely have to be in the UK. I know David Benavidez says he's a Vegas fighter, but this is what I don't like, fam. I don't like fighters when it seems to me that they are using roadblocks. They are using roadblocks. Like when you go to say, well, I'm a Vegas fighter. Well, you got to talk to my team. You know, we move as a unit and I have to see what he says first. And, you know, my baby mama got arthritis in her left kneecap. You know, my sister tore her Achilles heel. You know, we got other options. And I'm like, no, what do you want? What I want to hear from a fighter is, what do you want? Be specific. Be intentional. What do you want? Man, I want Dimitri Bivol next. I fought hard to get to this point. That's who I want next. I do understand that there are some other mandatories, you know, that's there. But look, I'm the WBA mandatory. I'm the guy right there, and I'm the WBC intern champion. I want him next. Even if you don't get him, I want to hear. I want to hear that. Well, I tell you what, I'm gonna do what I did at light heavyweight. What you did? I'm gonna do what I did at super middleweight. What you did at super middleweight? Well, Canelo told me to fight the other guys if I wanted to get a shot at him, so I fought all the other guys. I fought Caleb Plant. I fought Demetrius Andrade. He said, "Look, you need to fight David Morrell." When I moved up to 175, you know, I ended up fighting David Morrell. I wanted to do what it take to fight to get my shot. Okay. Maybe, you know, if you're going to fight any of those UK fighters, because they way bigger over there than you are over here. You get what I'm saying? They way bigger. Like Callum Smith, he ain't gonna get Callum Smith, but Anthony Yard, I ain't gonna lie, man. I like Anthony Yard, dog. That dude can crack, bro. Anthony Yard can crack. He got a lot of muscle, though. He got a lot of muscle, but he can crack, though. He's going to have to be willing to. He's going to have to be willing to. You know, you get what I'm saying? He's going to have to be willing to. You know, but I don't think he will, though. I don't think he will. I don't think he will, fam. Hey, shout out to Sebastian Perez. He say that's PBC talk. But see, hey, Sebastian, what I'm saying, fam, is, you know, with Turki Alashihk, the PBC is already working with Turki Alashihk. Valdez, what you say, fam? You say, Coach, I bet if Turki offer Benavidez the Canelo fight, Benavidez will run the Saudi. I totally agree. I believe that wholeheartedly. He'll run the Saudi depending on who the opponent is. I totally agree. I agree with that. Damn. So I'm trying to figure it out. Let's do this. We looking at. I want to show y'all this one more time. This is Ring Magazine. This is the top 10 Ring Magazine. Light heavyweights. These two guys probably going to take a little break. They deserve it. Ariel Beterbiev, Dimitri Bivol. Some say that Dimitri Bivol may get stripped of the IBF. If he does get stripped, it's going to go to the guy Michael Eifert. I don't know what these two guys going to do next, right? Anthony Yard look like a damn bodybuilder. You get what I'm saying? He got too much muscle. However, Anthony Yard is a good fighter. Strong fighter. David Benavidez is number 2. Callum Smith number 3. So kind of like you can say the way David Benavidez has been moving, he's the WBC intern champion and he's the WBA regular champ. That belt fell in his lap because, David Morrell is a PBC fighter. So you can say he's moving, the way he's moving, he's positioning himself to fight for the belts. But Ron Boy-Fresh did make a point. It's a chance he's just positioning himself. He could be waiting. You know what? Let me see if he gets stripped of the belt, see what happens. I'm not in a hurry. Talk to my team. Like, when he was calling out Canelo, we used to always hear, I told my team to make that fight happen. Al Haymon know the fight I want. We tried to make that fight happen. I talked to Samson, make that fight happen. So I just want to hear those same talking points with the other guys, with Bivol. Make that fight happen. That's what you get what I'm saying? That's what I was expecting to see, but I didn't see it. But let's give everybody a round of applause. We'll see. NPR say Yard was the only guy I seen Beterbiev box off the back foot because of the power. Yeah. Yard can crack, bro. Yard can crack. Kelly Boston say Yard can sell out the O2 Arena 20,000, no problem. Hey, you know what? Hey, Kelly, you know what, fam? That's the UK for you. The natural say he going to KO him. You think so? Valdez said, I think Yard would knock out Benavidez. Benavidez wouldn't take that fight. Yard can crack, bro. Yard can crack. That's a hard-hitting mofo. Hey, Schoolo, what you say, fam? You say you like the Yard fight? Yeah. But, hey, Schoolo, you know what, though? But I wonder what fighters, I'm trying to see. I wonder which fighters he would try to fight. I'm talking about Benavidez, of course. Like which fighters I'm looking at the list, which fighters he would try to fight. I don't like that. I just don't like that. See, I ain't gonna lie, fam. I just want to play this one more time for y'all. Just one more time. I don't want nobody thinking I'm tripping.
It's good for the whole.
Turkey's gonna want to talk to you about your next fight. And you're only really over there with your father, not your legal representation. I don't know that Samson Lukowicz accompanied them.
Obviously, we haven't worked yet, but right now we're basically in talks. But if it's good for the sport, it's good for me, and it's good for the whole division. So I mean, if there's an opportunity we can make a fight happen, I'd definitely have to go talk back to the PBC because they're the one in charge.
You see that? He's using sides of the street to
It shouldn't be no problem. Like I said, Al Haymon
to the PBC. But wasn't there a PBC fighter boxing on this same show?
But I feel like it shouldn't be no problem. Like I said, Al Haymon, he cares about me a lot and he wants the best for my career. So if he feels like this is the next step, we move as a collective. It wouldn't just be me signing with Turki Alashihk. Me, Al Haymon, and all the PBC, we would be coming together as well.
All right. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Yeah, man. I just, you get what I'm saying, fam. I'm just, man. Maybe I'm tripping. I just want to give it some time. I'll give it some time and just see what it is. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to our sponsor. Shout out to LJ Wright.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Mr. Calderon.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Jose Mesa.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Domo.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Mr. T.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to John BX.
Hey, okay.
Let's give everybody a round of applause. Shout out to Nate the Great. I know we got to fight Saturday. I know Tank's supposed to be fighting Saturday. I haven't spoke about Tank. I haven't spoke about his fight at all. I just, the thing is when you talk about him, then I got to hear these Tankamaniacs say, "Oh, you can't do no show without talking about Tank." So guess what? I'm not gonna do no shows on Tank. I'm not gonna do no shows none this week on Tank. Cause I don't want to hear any nigga, yeah, man, Tank this, you can't do no show without him. Well, guess what? I ain't done no show without mentioning his name. or not mentioning his name, but I haven't done any shows dedicated to them. Tomorrow's show ain't gonna be no Tank show neither. And I ain't going live Saturday for it neither. True. I wanna make a point. I wanna prove a point. Look, listen, I ain't go live for the dude fight. And guess what? I ain't do no shows on him this week, and it's fight week for him. So I'm proving a point. Yeah, I'm proving the point. I ain't got to do that. I'm proving the point. So, you know, it is what it is. I am disengaged, fam. I am disengaged. Shout out to everybody. Did we get any super chats? The cash apps? No, we ain't getting nothing. Yeah, I'm not going. I ain't paying $80 for that shit, man. I ain't paying $80 for it. He say, Coach, you need to take a pre-workout before you do a Tank show. No, I'm good. I'm not. I'm not. I don't even want to deal with that stress, bro. I don't even want to deal with that stress. It just ain't even worth it. It ain't that serious. It just ain't even worth it, bro. Now I get what you're saying though. Yeah, but I ain't even. You know, it is what it is. I ain't, man. He got them taking many ass me. You know, yeah, you know, yeah, man. We need doggone. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I ain't. That nigga ain't go live. I ain't going live for that shit, and I ain't doing no fight for him tomorrow neither. No show for him. True. John say, damn, the Tank hate is real. No, this ain't no Tank hate. I'm just saying it's like, I mean, they can't have it both ways. You can't say, when I do a show about him, oh, you always doing a show about Tank, talk about Tank, and I really don't do shows about him that much. You know what I mean? You always got to do this. So I'm proving the point. I'm not doing one on fight week for him. Now it's, you hate no, so I'm hating on Tank if I do a show on him, and I'm hating on him when I don't do a show on him. You can't win. True. Can't win, dog. Can't win.
Get out my face. Don't need nothing you got no more. Don't need no hair's been messing up my corner. And you better get the bad look off your face before I knock it off.
Can't win, dog. I'm hating if I do a show, and I'm hating if I don't do a show. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
We the Charlo twins. We known for calling everybody out.
Please call these people out. Listen, the whole world's looking at you. Call these people out.
What's up? It's the Jamal the Hitman Charlo. Let's get it. Who want it?
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
Mexican monster.
Hello.
Hey, and say it's not so much the Tank hate, it's the energy you need for the Tank maniacs. Yeah. I don't even want to deal with them, dog. Boy, listen, them take maniacs, Lord, I don't even want to deal with them, dog. They got it. Y'all can have it, dog. I'm tapping out. Y'all got it. I don't even want to, I'm done. Y'all got it. I'm done.
And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hand, because He helped Joshua fight the battle of Jericho. Yes. He helped Daniel get out the lion's den. He helped Gilligan get off the island. Lord.
Yeah, I'm done, man. I can't do it, dog. I'm done. All praise due to Al.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and sing Al Haymon. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? But a name. Do you have a name? Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
You know me, I be trying to prove points. That's how I'm gonna prove a point. Shout out to the Facebook. Hey. Yeah. Oh, that look good. Yeah, it is what it is, man. Shout out to everybody, man. It is.
Come fucking with me, you gonna get knocked the fuck out. I'm a knockout artist, baby.
Knockout artist. The nigga Jamel Charlo, ever since he got that Canelo payday, that nigga we ain't see that nigga since, dog. I don't know what Jamel Charlo at, fam. For real though.
Yep, that's right. I'm running things. Cream corn. That's why they call me that. Smooth. I got more measure for your pleasure. Stick with me, baby. I'll have you farting through silk. And let a nigga mess with me. I'll jump on him. All 93 pounds of pure dynamite.
Yeah, man. Salute to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to all of the tenderonis, the PYTs, and the honey dip.
See her eyes shine, she's my snow bunny, please. In the winter lights, too, she's my sweet Dr. Free. Talking to my nose, this lover's got is so raw. Make you goose, stepping out of control. Round it up, it's me against the light. Snow bunny, moving on the bar. Everything's so right, got that smooth soul feel. No, that's next to the law. With my snow bunny love, we're party by the night. See her eyes shine, she's my snow bunny, please. In the winter lights, too, she's my sweet Dr. Free. Talking to my nose, this lover's got is so raw. Make you goose, stepping out of control. Round it up, it's me against the light. Snow bunny, moving on the bar. Everything's so right, got that smooth soul feel. No, that's next to the law. With my snow bunny love, we're party by the night. See her eyes shine, she's my snow bunny, please. In the winter lights, too, she's my sweet Dr. Free. Talking to my nose, this lover's got is so raw. Make you goose, stepping out of control. Round it up, it's me against the light. Snow bunny, moving on the bar. Everything's so right, got that smooth soul feel. No, that's next to the law. With my snow bunny love, we're party by the night. See her eyes.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Peace to the family. Yeah, man. Somebody send me a link. I probably will look at it and check it out, but I ain't paying for it and I ain't going live for it. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. I just want to deal with the Take a Maniacs. Y'all got it. Y'all can have it. Y'all the big dogs on the block. I am the path of least resistance. I'm done. You get what I'm saying? Man. I've been dealing with this shit 4 years. I'm just done with it. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. I'm going to be damn if I don't this time. I make a point. Like last year, I told y'all I was not. It was three pay-per-views that I did not pay for last year. I didn't pay for when Tank fought Frank Martin. I ain't pay for that shit, and we didn't go live for it. When Canelo fought Jaime Munguia and Edgar Berlanga, I didn't pay for that shit, and we didn't go live for it. Guess what? I ain't paying for this shit, and I ain't going live for it. True. I'm standing on business with this shit, and I mean that. Shout out to the Tender Rollers, the PYTs, and the 100 Dips. I will give everybody a shout out after these messages. Shout out to everybody watching on Rumble. Everybody watching on X. Shout out to John. Nando Ramos. Shout out to Mr. G. Shout out to JC in the building. Nate Black. Jamie from New York. Al the Pal. Shout out to Nate the Great. The lovely Miss Black Panther. Shout out to Miss Connie. Shout out to Brandy. Shout out to Felicia Williams. Shout out to School of X-Men. Killy Boxing, salute. Al the Pal. Shout out to Loyalty, salute, brother. Shout out to who else we have in the building? Daniel Agnew. Jamie from New York. Shout out to Sebastian Perez. He say Showbiz might boycott Tank next. Nah. I don't think Showbiz will. I don't think Showbiz will. Shout out to Falcon 784. Shout out to Aunt Son. Will Zamora. Shout out to Schoolo. Mr. Corey Bradley. JC. Who else we have, man? Shout out to The Natural. Jason Follower of Christ. Drew Glizzy. Shout out to DT, man. Who else we have in the building? Sebastian Perez, salute. Shout out to Mr. Valdez.
Hey, okay.
I need to see some new names. John, salute to John.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to John Martinez as well.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to DJ Two Brazy. Salute, fam.
Hey, okay.
DJ Two Brazy on the ones and twos.
Hey, okay.
Yes, sir. Shout out to LJ Wright.
Hey, okay.
Let's see. Shout out to who else we got? Shout out to Javon Soto.
Hey, okay.
And Mr. Corey Bradley.
Hey, okay.
And Miss Black Panther.
Hey, okay.
Catch you guys on the next one. We going live tomorrow, 10 running Fridays. Y'all know what it is. You know my motto. Don't meet me there, beat me there. Peace. We'll see how these divisions play out, fam.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.